alive. Is this working here? Yeah. Seems to be. Alright, cool. Alright. Ooh, this is on the wrong screen. Hang on. I try to send one more, like, DM to the new guy. Just to make sure. I sent him the message, "Get over here," as Scorpion says. Alright. Well, how to deal with this? I've got some NPCs. Darina of Samaria and Princess Tuathla. They're standing here in the entranceway.
Wait, hold on. When did he get 2 more skeletons?
I mean, he's had them for a bit. He can control 3, I think. Actually, maybe there's like really no limit to it if he's doing it with the 24-hour thing. What I figured out for his undead is that he can spend a momentum where he controls the undead for a 24-hour cycle. But by their nature, undead are a dead body that is possessed by an angry spirit from the outer dark that only wants to destroy and to kill and do bad. So for that 24-hour cycle that he has control over them, he can tell them what to do, from like attacking his enemies to just standing there on guard, whatever. But their nature is to murder, and like he has to basically stay in control of them, and he has to keep track of when the end of the 24 hours is coming up, because there's a window of time where all of them stop being under his control. It even says in the text block for the Raise Dead spell that you have undead that are trying to break free. And the way that they break free can either be from complications, which, you know, that can happen, or it can just be from the duration running out. So he can have an infinite number of undead, but I think the more undead he has, the more of a logistical nightmare it becomes to regain control of all of them when they break free. It seems like in the Conan mythos, what they do a lot of the time is they'll build a little obelisk, they'll corrupt the obelisk with dark magic, and then it'll be like a little battery that constantly recasts the spell on a 24-hour cycle. And so you don't really have control of those undead, but they're controlled by the obelisk itself and sort of are just set there as a perimeter guard, which is what you encountered last week. You walked into this room here, and...
Well, I was in here last week.
Alright, well...
also, I don't know where my guy is.
I've got him off to the side, I think. Should be... around.
Question. Did your friend send you out the model for the miniature lesson?
Yeah, he did. Alright, hang on.
Little side note while we're doing this.
Mhm.
Did you see the 1D&D announcement?
I did, yeah. I
What
pay
are
close
your
attention to
opinions
all of
on
that.
it?
I don't like some of the rules changes, like they don't want monsters to be able to get critical hits anymore. That's not fun.
No. Yeah, I don't like 1D. I like 5e. 5e is honestly really good. There's some things that could be changed, but yeah.
I mean, that's beta testing, basically.
Some of the race changes I don't mind. They don't seem like they're going to affect anything that's been published in the last 4 or 5 years. So like you can fiddle with the races and character creation stuff without having a huge impact on the overall way that the game is played and all the content that's already been made for it. I think that's like people's main concern is that if they just went to a whole new edition, then you like have to get all new books and content and everything, and people want them to really continue with 5e and like re-release the updated books with the changes from errata and a few tweaks to the race, but like they need to keep it 5e enough that everything that came before in 5e still works.
Yep.
And then I also
I
looked at
agree.
Spelljammer, and that was just like really disappointing because it's just like a tiny little thing.
Yeah, I did hear that. It's not the most enthusiastic book to ever read.
Is this the wrong one? I might have put it in this one instead. Yeah, I did. This is your figurine. And I've got a few others that I'm going to use over here.
I still do not have mine. I do not know where my guy went.
Alright, well, where was he last? Where did you leave him?
I don't know. I was in here last week. I think the week before, I had just left him on the table.
Where were you?
It was we had just gotten out of the sewer place, basically.
Is he on this map somewhere?
I do not think so. I think we had gotten out.
We've got an Isidore over here, but he doesn't have the health bar on him. I can throw one on him. One moment.
Serious one indeed.
Give me your stats real quick.
9 and 7,
9, 7.
I believe.
I think we put
No,
ourselves outside.
7 and 9. I don't know why. My other guy disappeared because I had one here, which had the health bar on.
Alright, let me pack this table.
Did you try the map that we were on a few weeks ago? I think it was like we were just about to go to. It was right before the festival.
Yeah, Mildred should be in the village.
Yeah, well, that's not working weird. Very weird. Okay. Hang on for a reload. This uses a lot of scripting, and sometimes the scripting will just break. Try this again. Oh, hey, look. Here's an Isidore with stats, just sitting right here.
What in the?
Maybe it just didn't load properly last time for some weird reason. Alright, so
Where is high? Oh, there.
you're actually going to be in the Sumerian village. And so like what I was about to do is Count Apophis is going to he's going to say, "This area is incredibly dangerous. There are obelisks and undead. We should return to the village for now." And Darina nods her head, and Tuathla says, "Perhaps the liquid we found in the other chamber is value enough to exit out of here for now." They're going to return over here, climb down through the crack, out through the long hallway full of statues. They're going to go up the stairs here and out to the village. I'm going to take Count Apophis and Rawana. And since he's returning to the village, he's going to park his undead near the entranceway. So they look like a bunch of dead bodies laying out in front of the ruins here. Alright. So I can transfer off this map. Okay. That puts us back in the Sumerian village. Alright, so here's you, Isidore, and I'll grab all of
Ah, there I am.
these figurines.
I was on this map.
Is there another you on this map?
Yeah, there's me on this map. That's where I must have been.
Okay.
Because I think I remember taking my character off, and then there was the week I didn't play it. Remember putting my character on the side, and then you probably moved me around the week I wasn't here.
I don't see the second one. Where's he at?
No, there is no second. There's just one me.
Well, this is the one that I just put over here that was right in front of your character's zone. So, like,
Well,
if I take your
Moses
figurine
was
off the
like-
table, I'll put it right here in front of your name tag. And that's where he was.
Hmm?
And
But
I
I'm
moved
over
him.
here.
I moved him from here to here myself.
Where am I? Oh, there I am.
Yeah, no, but I think you're getting your voices confused, Ninja.
Hmm.
Because I'm red, remember?
Oh, Wizard Lizard.
Yes. Because I wasn't. You were getting our voices confused, I think, that entire time.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe. By the way, where is my table horse?
Your table horse?
My table horse.
No clue. He was very
Do you
flat.
remember the flat horse?
Well, I'm gonna give you a regular horse. That's all I got.
Nah. Well, that should do.
Well, you have a horse by your name.
I had a flat horse at some point. Do I?
Yeah, the horse. You have a horse next to your name. Yeah, your cards.
Why in the? Well, it's whatever.
Yeah, always
No, I
check
have
your
two
area
horses.
first if you're missing something.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Got that all set up. Okay, so Princess Tuathla is going to go with Darina of Samaria to the main building 11 over there. So they head off in that direction. This here's going to be Ramiel.
Yep.
I'm going to give you a health bar here. 1 second. So here's Ramiel. This is going to require a little bit of tweaking. So I'm going to shrink it down a bit. And then he's got this health bar, and I'm going to lift it up a bit.
Mike should be at full health, yeah.
And then let's see, what direction is this facing? Increment 90, rotate like so. No, wait, that's backwards. Keep rotating. Keep rotating.
There you go.
All right, so Raziel, what's your health? Is it 1610?
If it is me, that's 1610. Yeah.
All right, that's good to go. Oh, wait a minute. Let me change that back to 1. Okay, so there's one badass looking Raziel. So Raziel's gonna come walking up, and Lizard Wizard. Did we have a different figurine, or is this the one right here?
That's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my boy.
Okay, so if you didn't go to the dungeon, that means you were probably enjoying the festivities in the plaza over here. All right, so I'm gonna move your figurine there, and Ramiel, I'm gonna put you over there too.
Yeah.
Okay. Ian and Rowana are going to go talk to the princess over here, the capital. Isidore, what are you doing?
I'm kind of thinking to myself that we need to warn people about the god of destruction that has just been freed. But at the same time, I'm wondering where the fuck is my team? Have you seen them?
They scattered to the four winds.
Amazing.
So, the nearby traveler, Taharka of Kesh, she calls out to you. Oh, Isidore, you have returned. What have you been up to?
Oh, you know the usual. Fighting undead. Investigating ancient ruins.
Oh, did you find treasures?
I wouldn't say treasures. Now that you remind me of that, I do have to do something. But
I'll be here. When you're not so busy, come tell me your tales.
okay. I'm going to go to the Green Lady.
I see.
Where is the Green Lady? Here's the
Green Lady is this walled building over here. She's got an herb garden surrounded by a fence. Her giant of a son,
Is that Ian? No.
Gregor,
I know it's Dr. Okay.
stands guard near her building. A man of
Greetings.
incredible stature. He crouches low, but he stands up when you approach.
Greetings. I come seeking your mother.
All right. He nods, and he points at the gate over here on the side.
When I think we have find something that you might be looking for.
Now, are you going to bring her the liquid from the ruins?
Yes.
All right. So you have in your hands an ancient bowl full of viscous greenish liquid. And she looks at it, and she says, "What is this? Where did you find this? And what is it?"
Atlantean in nature, it may seem. It appears as the last ingredient, or one of the last ingredients that you need for your potions that might rejuvenate someone. It's-
Oh,
It did it for us. It worked a little bit, but it might work better in your hands.
now check it out. I found these dice on the workshop the other day.
Ooh!
Combat dice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, boy.
They're actually marked correctly with the blanks and the effect symbols there. And that would be
What's
like
the
1
effect
damage.
symbol?
The effect symbol is this like little swoosh. One of these.
Swoosh.
So that's an
Oh.
effect. This is a nothing. That's 1 damage, and then there's also a 2.
Cool.
Alright. So we got dice for days. It's a little easier to use than just the click rollers.
This is Jurassic.
I could combine it with some of these. That might be too many dice. How many do I have here? 4, 8. 8 dice. Yeah, it's too many. Alright, so the green lady is going to look at this and she's going to do an herbalism test. Alright, look at that. She gets 3 successes on her herbalism test, and she does think that you are correct. There is something about this, some properties or some ingredients that she could use. She needs to study it more thoroughly. So she thanks you, and she says, I need to do a little bit of research on this material you've brought. I'll give you and your group your reward, just not yet. Come back to me in a day's time.
Sounds fine by me. By the way, have you not seen Count Apophis or Modrus anywhere?
They did not pass my shop that I could see.
How about the Asgardian?
She says perhaps at the festivities, and she points you down the road.
Ah, yes. The dire birds. The little thing.
When you get here, you find many of the Sumerians enjoying a feast, celebrating. Maeve of Samaria is quite popular. Prince Donchad is out here trying to flirt with her. Old Rourke sits here on his porch smoking his pipe and enjoying the music. And people are playing drums and dancing. There's a lot going on here. As you approach, they're going to offer you some dire bear meat. Tastes like blueberries.
Damn. Well, I'm gonna take a little bit of that. Ramiel,
What's up?
I do see that you have found yourself suited to these festivities.
I found my what?
I see that you have found yourself accommodated to these festivities.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me introduce you since Apophis is not here today.
Okay.
This is Modrus, one of our most capable combatants.
Ah,
Greetings.
So, I guess, do you look strong?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, definitely one of those handshakes with like the big muscles in there. Like, oh yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, I am Vamiel, champion of armies. So, I've been hired by Apophis to work with you guys.
Oh. I see.
Cool. So last time around over here, we defeated this giant beast of a bear, and it seems that's what need of need of Samaria. It's trying to cook up over here. So this is probably part of the feast.
Oh
So
yeah, about that. Notice he basically one-shotted the dire bear by himself.
Ooh, very good.
well, I did have some help from Isidore. He shot the bear. So
I just called his attention.
still a
And
good shot.
a single hit of that beast, and I might be completely torn apart. Just with by just by one claw. But
Yeah.
for now on, it does appear that we are going to be part of a same team.
Mm, it's good to know. Good to know I won't be the only one who has to get up close and dirty.
Excuse me, but my expertise is with the bow, not with the sword.
We have one more player. I'm trying to get him in here. He sent me a message through Steam. He's like, "What's the password?" It's like, "The password is GG. Why aren't you in Discord?" I said in Discord what the password was. He's shy.
It's okay. Happens first time.
Hmm. Do we have space?
I don't think we do.
I think we might have to clear your storage space for him.
Yeah, I will. I will. Where can I put all my little bags, though? That's the hard part.
I mean, do you not have a lot of room back over here?
You think so, but I don't.
Really?
There's a
I mean,
bunch of
that
shit
makes
back here.
sense.
I'm moving it
How
all
much shit
around.
that I cannot see is the question.
Yeah, yeah,
Loads
it's
of shit.
there's a sort of a grayed out area. If you're not the black player, you can't see anything that's hidden in the hidden area there. And when I grab all these and move them over there, they will disappear.
Like magic.
I can still see the stuff over there.
And I will drop
I
it
don't.
right here. Plop.
Yeah, I see you. Move them over there.
Yeah, I guess it's broken for you. It doesn't really matter. I don't care if you can see my hidden area.
Yeah, I think I can even mess with stuff over here. Is the thing.
Well, I mean, don't be a dick.
Oh. I mean, I can mess with stuff. It's like I can pick them up and they disappear in my hand. But I can see everything, essentially.
It's probably not in the right position. If you're really going to obsess over it, I'll fix it.
No, I just find it kind of funny. Oh, it's supposed to be hidden, yet I see everything. Though there is this box. Oh, that got rid of most stuff.
Yeah, I'm just expanding the size of the hidden area.
Uh,
It just wasn't low enough. I guess it wasn't catching
yeah.
objects at the bottom.
So I still see Forest Stream Bridge, Slums, Colt Crypt,
Maps
Park
aren't
Track
hidden.
Road.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Maps don't get hidden.
And then there's an actual black box that I cannot see through.
Are we done yet?
Yeah, that should be everything.
Oh, it's gonna lag so hard when I do this. Character sheet.
Yay.
Boy, this is feeling a little bit like a Game Zero more than a standard issue game. You know, like a prep game, right? Where everybody's introducing their characters. One of those deals. Okay, I'm dropping that right there. He's the
Lock it into
teal
place.
player, so I'm gonna make him teal. that too teal? Maybe I should
Oh.
lighten it a little bit.
Yeah, a bit lighter. That works.
Hey,
What?
man.
His name is Jurassic. His character's name is Jurassic.
Ah.
Creative. So that means on his nameplate it's going to say Jurassic, played by Jurassic. Well, now we got another problem. That other problem is all the momentum has to go somewhere. So I'm gonna move it here, maybe. I guess.
How's this
Yeah.
room?
I'll probably have to make it a little bit smaller. Move this over here, and put
Oh
that
god, now it's
there.
lagging.
Huzzah!
Do you need to put the dice chest? Yes.
Yeah, I'll copy the 0 dark ones here. And plop. Perfect. I didn't want to do it, but I've made a space. Teal is now available. And I feel like with this many players, even if we have some people that don't show up from week to week, we'll still have enough people to play, which is usually like what I aim for. But then it gets a little bit cluttered on a week where everyone, absolutely everyone, shows up, because a 6-player game is like right up there at the limit. Like optimally 4, 6 is playable, but it gets a little cluttered and your turns take a while. Like combat turns, 10 minutes between turns kind of sucks. So you either have to get real efficient with your turns, or it becomes a slog.
As long as it is not 24 hours turn.
So another thing that I was doing wrong was Doom. Alright, so everybody starts with a certain amount of fortune. And it's on your character, so everybody make sure you have the right amount of fortune. And then we're supposed to count up how many for the players that are here. So like I'm looking at Danger Fate, he's got 2, he's got 2. And then Ian's not here, so we're not going to count him. And then Modris, your sheet 2, you've got 2, so we're up to 4 now. Nodorog's not here. 0 Dark, you're also 2.
Yes.
You just have 1 here, I'm going to copy that, so now you have 2. So now we're up to 6. In theory, Jurassic, if he gets here, he has 2 as well. So I could put 1, 2, and that would put us at 8. So what I'm supposed to do is make sure the players have their correct amount of starting fortune, and then I'm supposed to take that number and have that amount of starting Doom. So it's not like an exchange or anything, it's like just like a straight up, you start with this much.
I don't see the Doom Ball.
Oh, there's a bowl there? What?
It's supposed to be
It went in
somewhere.
the hidden area.
Yeah, there you go.
You can see it
There
now?
we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Just had to make it a tiny bit
it was
smaller.
funny just seeing them just floating there. Spooky.
Alright.
Well, I had one previously because I think I killed the bear, but like, does that mean that I get like a new one and you get more doom?
I think it's like a initial baseline where you're starting at. I'm not sure if you get more fortune if I'm supposed to get Doom. Maybe not. Let's see, what time is it? It's 8:40. We've been playing for 40 minutes. Like, I think according to the way the system works, I'm supposed to be giving out fortune a little more often. It's actually supposed to be a bit of a resource that you're supposed to just get. So I'm going to take some extra ones, and I'm going to give another one to each of you. So here's one, here's one, here's one for you, and then I'm not going to give one to Jurassic because he's not here. So like the rules say like every hour I'm supposed to give out 2 or 3 of those, just to keep the flow of the game going to where you have like that as a resource.
Ooh.
You can use that for extra dice. You can use that for an additional action. You can use it to restore one of your health bars to full, which is super great. That fortune points, you should probably think of those like a Estus flask in a Souls game. Like you've been using them a lot for dice, but you should really think about it as a healing item.
I don't think I'll need them for that anymore, though. Because I gave my... Remember, when I was last here, we were talking about what I was picking up with my XP.
You gonna be a healer?
No, no, I'm talking about for the dice. I'm getting a Death Blade. So I essentially double my momentum die.
That's handy. I like those ones where you do the
It's
thing
momentum
and
and Doom die.
the ones
So
that give
if
you
I-
extra stuff are great. Great talents.
Yeah.
All right. There's wild festivities going on. The barbarians really know how to party. There's a lot of drinking going on. You're probably going to have a horn of mead foisted on you by revelers that are partying pretty hard. The mead is honeyed and sweet, although it's quite hot. It's not served in a cup, it's served in the horn of an animal. Do you accept the offerings of the Sumerians?
Sure.
Yeah, right.
There are probably like plenty of drinks, but I think as a Northheimer, I need to pray to my God by drink a lot, like a lot.
All right.
Makes sense.
All right. Still trying to get this other player in the room. I don't know what the difficulty is. I still think it's just intense shyness. He's like turning
Maybe.
bright red in the face.
He did say something about his computer updating, so maybe he's a little bit locked up.
Yeah, could be, could be. Would you guys like to visit any part of the Sumerian village here? We've got a blacksmith, we've got a gang, we've got a merchant, we've got various people that do animal husbandry. If you'd like to acquire some farm animals, you know.
Oh yeah, we need to sell this search.
Okay, so first off, the computer is updating. I'm not sitting here in a little ball of shyness. Thank you for that, Ninja. Thank you. And I was sitting here in the Discord watching the live stream, and I'm like, really lit. And it took me, I don't know, 30 minutes of watching the live stream to realize y'all are down, just a few channels down talking.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, hard to communicate when you're not in the voice chat. I did say in several formats that the password was GG.
The right whenever I loaded into the room, my computer restarted for updating, and it's still just giving me the loop-de-loop circle. So.
Wow, thanks Microsoft. Bill
No,
Gates.
Thank you, Google. Thank you, Google. Owners of our world.
Mm.
Google,
Fucking-
aka Alphabet, aka the CIA.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, I picked out a figurine for you. It's not perfect. It's not custom. It's a dude with a spear that I just had on hand. It'll have to do for now. if you're feeling ambitious, you can go to heroforge.com and you can build a figurine. And I got a connect where a dude with several subscriptions to HeroForge will make figurines for me.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. I was looking at the Hero Forge the other day when you were posting.
I'll be right back.
All right.
But yeah, no, I figured I'd just watch on Twitch. I came in a little late. I had to run some errands, so it's not
Well,
a big deal.
We're not doing like a mainline game right now. Like we kind of had a plot that was going, but it has a lot to do with Ian's character and sorcery and stuff, and he's not here this week, so.
Yeah, but I'll still get to see how turns happen and shit. You
Yeah.
know?
We're putting that mission on the back burner. This is just gonna be like a little like an easy week, right? So this is a great week for like introductions. You can meet some of the other characters, and they're gonna probably just like go out into the wilderness and hunt some shit just for a little bit of action and excitement. So it's not like a big like mainline plot point kind of game, but it's definitely a good like game zero for your character to introduce.
Yeah.
Basically,
And yeah, Jurassic was the best that I've had. So
you can always change it if you want.
that's as creative as I got. That's as good as it gets.
I tease a bit.
It was either that or the refrigerator.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure it out. I said Jurassic's probably the better way.
Boy, that would be anachronistic,
Jurassic.
right? Nobody will actually see a refrigerator for like 10,000 years in this world. So it's just a collection of syllables. Hey, maybe in like some ancient Sumerian language or something, like refrigerator actually means something, like he who drives a chariot.
Well, there's probably one in one of these old ruins somewhere.
I mean, there's magic.
Yeah, somebody had to learn how to keep his dog meat from spoiling. Come on.
You could just smoke it, smoked meat. It's the original method. Salting's better, but smoking works. Keeps the bugs off.
So this is a Conan D&D. How many slaves are currently owned?
Oh, well, they're currently in Samaria, and Sumerians do not like slavery at all. Like, if you're a slaver, they will kill your ass.
Yeah, most slaves don't like slavery. That happens.
In the movie, they were made into slaves. That's pretty much how the movie Conan starts. This village gets wiped out.
A village. I must get slaves.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you need slaves, what do? You go to a village. That is where the people are. The Sumerians are badass, though. They can protect themselves pretty well.
Except against the bear.
Hey, that was a demon bear. He was like twice as big as a regular bear and twice as angry.
4 times more powerful.
Does that mean that we are twice as much more famous over here?
So there's a stat in Conan which is renown, and you can have renown that you develop on your own by rolling during carousing time. But I'm also keeping track of a separate renown stat for different areas that you go to. Currently, you have rank 1 after doing the. After introducing yourselves and then going and killing the dire bear and bringing it back as like a gift for the celebration, that raised you from 0, or actually like, all right. So if it wasn't a festival, you would start at -2, and they would probably attack you if you tried to come into the village. But because it's a festival, they're more welcoming, just for the festival, which put it at like 0. And then because you helped the festival and were decent, they bumped you up to 1. So in theory, if you took time off and hung out here in town for a week, your upkeep cost would be 1 less. Because of that bear gift. So that paid off.
By the way, can I up my renown here?
Well, that depends. Do you guys want to take downtime? Do you want to spend the next week here?
Oh no, that's okay.
Yeah, because in order to do the renown roll. You have to say we're done adventuring and we're staying here to party for an extended period of time.
Nah, there's a god of death that is causing trouble.
Yeah, he might just roll through town at any minute. He won't though.
Oh no.
It's a valid
Anyway.
valid concern, but not a plot point. He's got other bigger goals than this little quiet village in the mountains.
Modris, I don't think I catch where you're from, since there was a little bit of a scuffle when we first met. Modris?
Wizard lizard. He might be AFK.
It might be.
Wizard! Wizard!
Were you able to get on the table yet? Or are you still updating?
No, I'm still spinning. Circle is still just fucking spinning. I'm just sitting here waiting.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
You said
Yeah,
you had the
Google-
stream up, right? I have this figurine for you. You were at the north gate. I'm just going to move you over here. So the gate guards, they're going to ask who you are and what's your deal. What say you, Jurassic? The quiet type. The Sumerian guards do not let you in. They cross their spears and say, "Ugh. Trying to intimidate us by not answering our questions, eh?" They glare at you.
Smile menacingly.
All right. Actually, I don't know if you speak Sumerian. Do you?
No, I speak ancient Stygian.
All right. Well, they just said a bunch of syllables at you, and you didn't catch a word of it. So.
Laugh hysterically. That is always my go-to option. All right.
All right. So, Ramiel, Modris, there seems to be something going on at the gate that you can see across the way.
All right. Well, if we can see that the guards are getting a little bit anxious, we'll probably go in, just check out, display and intimidate if anybody's trying to cause some trouble.
Oh, you know what? Language barrier is a serious problem here.
Yeah, Rowana is the only one that speaks Sumerian.
Taharka of Kesh is right here. He'll tag along as your translator.
All right, Harka. Let's go over there to the gate. Follow me.
All right.
Right, so I asked the guards what is happening.
All right. The Sumerian guards say a bunch of stuff. Taharka translates to you. This traveler approached on the road and doesn't seem to speak Sumerian, so he can't answer our questions why he's here and what his name is. So Taharka will say in several languages, "Hello, traveler. What language do you speak?" Until eventually he hits on one of the languages that Jurassic actually speaks. Hyperborean. Alright. So Taharka translates into Hyperborean. They wish to know your name, traveler, and why you've come to the Sumerian village.
Begin to make out with the man that's speaking to me.
Nah, he's like on the other side of the guards. You can't get close to him.
Oh, that sucks. That sucks. remain silent.
Okay. Well, Taharka is going to say, stubborn Hyperborean doesn't want to speak up.
Speak in ancient Stygian.
You speak in Stygian. All right. Taharka says, oh, he knows a couple languages. That's an old dialect of Stygian. As a traveler from the south, I've heard it many times. But only among the scholarly.
Can you ask him what is his purpose on this village for this?
Oh, traveler. So, you don't seem to have much to say, but I really must know what brings you here.
Just here to-
Hyperborea is a far-off country.
Enjoy this country's wines and blow loads.
Okay. Well, Taharka will translate to the Sumerians that he's here to party. And the Sumerians say, oh, well, he should have said so. It's a festival, after all, and they'll let you pass. But they're going to say some stuff to you that you don't understand, and as you pass, Taharka will whisper to you, the gate guards want you to know not to kill anybody here in town, or you will be executed quite swiftly. The Sumerians do not take kindly to outsiders' aggression. So, put up your weapon, please. We're having a celebration. There's no time for battle here.
I don't want to put away my weapon.
Yeah, put up doesn't mean put away. It just means don't point it at people.
Let's say, Jesus.
Keep it sheathed if it's a sheathable weapon, that sort of thing.
All right, so I guess I invite you dress it over here, because we're getting like a feast over there.
Yeah, there's a wild celebration going on. The Sumerians are partying. There's some Sumerian women dancing around.
So do I have to roll on my successes for chasing women?
You do? Everything in a tabletop RPG is all about the dice roll. I mean, do you want to try it right now? You just want to give it a shot? So here's how it would work. Drassic enters the area. There's a Sumerian woman nearby. You approach the Sumerian woman. She's offering you a horn of mead. Hot mead, quite delicious, honeyed. You're going to try a persuasion. It's going to have to be body language because she doesn't speak Hyperborean. So, let's see. You're not on the table yet. I've got dice here. Do you want me to roll them for you?
Roll them.
All right. Well, if you're looking on the stream, I've got these 2 purple dice. I'm going to hit R a bunch of times, and the result is a 6 and a 12. All right, so looking at your character sheet, Drazzic's got a persuade target number of 8, which means you got 1 success. 1 success is enough that she'll hang out with you, but she doesn't speak your language, so it doesn't go much further than that.
Damn.
Taharka's gonna laugh and say, you'll have a hard time with the Sumerians, outsider. They're an insular people. They might let us in just for the festival, but they don't have much interest in us outside of, well, I don't know what it is. Some sort of religious thing that they let outsiders in during a festival. That's why I'm here. I'm a traveler from Kesh. I've heard about this particular feature of Sumerian society that they allow outsiders during a festival, and I couldn't miss the chance to enjoy the party. And so here we are. He's going to whisper to the Sumerian woman that the Hyperborean has an interest in her, and so she's going to blush and offer Drassic another horn of mead. You had at
Yeah.
least 1 success. That's not too bad.
So what? Are y'all just hanging out in this for a week?
No. They just came back from a dungeon. The dungeon was too dangerous, though. That's for like the entire party when we have everyone here. So this is just like a game for doing side questing. So basically, you're in town, and you can talk to the NPCs here in town. Some of them have missions or objectives. Like they were getting some ingredients for the herbalist lady, and she's studying them right now to make a potion. And in a day, she's going to figure out the potion, and you can come back to her and get the reward.
Hmm.
So that's like one day away, but right now you can either enjoy the party or you could go outside of the town into the forest and do some adventuring. This is the world of
for me.
Hyperborea, so it's full of interesting monsters and wild animals, huge proportions. There's even dinosaurs if you go out far enough.
Wait, what?
Yep.
That's the first I've ever heard of that.
Oh yeah. Conan
Yeah, there's
definitely has dinosaurs in it.
For sure, 100%.
Hell yeah.
That makes sense.
It doesn't surprise me. It's just the first I've heard of it.
Oh yeah.
They were in the PC game, if that counts.
There's a lot of lore. There's even dragons, but the dragons are technically demons. Like a black dragon comes from the outer dark, and it's like a demonic thing, even though it looks exactly like a dragon, acts exactly like a dragon.
I officially hate Google. I'm gonna be sitting this one out, guys.
If you just look at the stream, you can kind of follow along. I can roll some dice for you. Hey, look, there's a much more attractive Sumerian woman.
I can also just do this.
Ooh.
Well, I guess now we're talking. Now it's a party.
Let's see. At some point, you'll be joined by Princess Tuathla and her brother Prince Douglas. And boy, this one's hard. Tuilla Lath will also attend the party. Got a bit of a mix of sizes going on here. Alright, so the Sumerians are really enjoying the festivities. Everybody's getting super drunk. Some people are starting to pass out. At some point, Princess Tuathla and Prince Donchad are going to go somewhere.
Oh, that was Maeve, not the princess.
Yeah, I meant Maeve, sorry. Princess Tuathla is talking to her brother Douglas. Alright.
Douglas. Dub.
Yeah, I
No,
looked
Doug,
up
it's just Dub.
I looked up a list of Celtic names in like old Gaelic, and so all of these are Gaelic names. Some of them are very hard to say.
Not surprised.
Wapla kind of like sounds Mayan. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
At least you didn't choose Welsh. I think Welsh is the worst UK language.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, can we ask the Princess Wapla if she's okay with the things that we kind of have brought? Because she was like very worried about getting something for the festival. So is she okay with it?
Yeah, she doesn't seem that concerned. She'll tell you it's not a big deal. It seems like the dungeon is way more dangerous than I at first had thought. We shouldn't be exploring around in there without enough of us to safely navigate the dungeons. I've never seen undead before. It was quite horrifying. I would like to find the artifact, but if we
Well,
have
you
to
kinda get used to it.
if we have to get past skeletons, I don't know if it's worth it.
You kinda get used to it after a while.
No, do you?
Bulletins aren't that bad.
How have all of you seen skeletons before and not lost your minds? This is outrageous.
You
It
see
is-
skeletons every time somebody dies. It's normal.
Yeah.
Not walking around, she says.
Everybody has a skeleton.
Like I said, you get
Your
used
skeleton that's just
get
yet to
used
hatch.
after a while. Especially when you have someone like Apophis with you.
Yep.
I told her that I'm not that afraid of them because I can always put my sword through them and like make them into little pieces.
All right.
By the way, do you know what kind of artifact we might find in there that you think would be Atlantean?
No, it was supposed to be a crown, she says.
A crown, you say? Hmm. We did
Seems-
not found any kind of vault, did we?
No, you didn't find a crown. Not yet. It was deeper in the dungeon.
Well, whatever it is. I'm sure it won't move if it is there.
All right. Twyla Lath is going to talk to Tuarka. And at some point, they're going to approach the group. All right. So who do we got here? We got Modris, Isidore, Ramiel, and Dresic. All right. Taharka is
Gotcha.
going to speak to each of you and say, "Greetings, gentlemen. This is Twyla Lath, a Sumerian woman. Her father is quite wealthy and owns the pig farms that are to the south." And he points over here. All right. Taharka will
South.
continue. He says, Twyla Lath would like to hire all of you in order to do a particular job. Apparently, her father wishes to capture the great boar of the forest. Not to kill the great boar of the forest, to capture the great boar of the forest and to breed it. He says, or she says, that her father claims if he bred his pigs with the great boar of the forest, they would be the largest and most powerful pigs that any farmer in Samaria has ever raised. So, she is offering, how much? She says some stuff in Sumerian. Ah, yes. She is offering 3 gold coins to each of you for the hunt. If you would travel with her and help her capture the boar.
Tell
I
her we
agree.
can. We need somebody translate. Tell her we can give her a discount if she offers her body.
Twyla Lath is a very short woman. She weighs somewhere in the neighborhood of 250 pounds. However, she's quite muscular from baling manure. But she smells a little bit like pig shit. And she says, "You have yourself a deal."
Cool, great.
By the way, who's the pale one?
They're talking to you, Jurassic.
What?
Who are you, traveler?
A traveler. Looking for booze and loads.
Booze and loads. Well, let's assume you've already shagged the Sumerian lady that you met at the party earlier. And this is some time later after you've already met your needs. But now, here's an opportunity to make some money. In the Conan setting, a gold coin's a lot. She's offering 3.
I'll accept.
Ah, all right.
I'll probably ask for something a little bit extra, even if it is not gold, because I have a belief that if I need to take out my sword, is to kill. So if she wants it captured, that means that I'm probably gonna need to wrestle it or punch it in the face. So that might be a little bit that requires a little bit more of a reward.
That may
Taharka
not be
says all that
necessary.
to Tweelalaith, and Tweelalaith is going to dig into a backpack she's got on, and she's going to produce a bunch of sturdy-looking rope. Taharka will say she indicates that she's got various tools for capturing the beast, nets and ropes. She's also talked to the herbalist and acquired some sort of drug, which she says will knock the beast out. Should make it easier to bring it back. 'Tis a
Alright.
dangerous beast, though, and yes, you would have to wrestle with it a bit.
Brody, it is.
You know what? That might be good for both of you. You do need some action after all.
All right.
Um,
Tweelalaith has a cart, so there are some servants that are hauling a cart. And the cart looks big enough that a rather large boar could rest on its flat surface. And that's going to follow behind, so when you find it and defeat it, you'll be able to throw it on the cart, and it's good to go.
By the way, Chuelai, is it okay if the boar has some minor injuries?
Oh, definitely. Beat it up, cut it if you must. Boars generally heal fast and have tough hides. Just don't slay the beast. It can't breed if it's dead. Well, Taharka translates that she had said that.
I think you've got yourself a deal.
So, does anybody want to attempt anything? Yeah, just to throw in my 2 cents. This would be a great time if you were persuasive to try to bargain for more money.
I don't need more money.
I think it would be more exciting.
I
if
get
we,
paid.
I think it would be more exciting if we left this party early, drunk, and went and fought the boar immediately.
Yeah, you can
Yes.
definitely go hunt it drunk. Have you been drinking a lot at the party?
I've had at least 3 horns.
All
I'd be
right.
surprised if I wasn't already drunk because
I
I've been here the whole
haven't.
time.
I drank the first horn. I haven't drank.
Okay, well, if you've only had 1 drink during the party, you're not going to be too drunk. But if you've been drinking a lot, it will affect combat by 1 difficulty step. So that'll make
Awesome.
it'll make it slightly harder to hit.
Good.
Well, I can only think that I've been drinking a lot, but at the same time, Nordheimers kind of like drink a lot. So
Sure,
is it still normal or is it difficult?
it's up to you. You tell me
I'd
how
be
much you
surprised
drank.
If I wasn't already drunk.
This is purely for RP. Did your character drink enough to be too drunk for a hunt, or not? You can make that choice for your character. That's fine. If you wish
I
to
think
roleplay it that you're real drunk during the hunt, that could be fun. But it does have a mechanical effect on how often you hit.
I'm gonna wrestle this thing, so probably no. I'm gonna be okay.
All right. So you drink a little bit, but not enough to be seeing 3 boars instead of 1.
I'm only seeing 1.5 boars.
1.5 boars. All right.
I'm barely
Almost
seeing
2.
one.
Are you blind?
I mean, in actuality, yes. In the game, I don't know. I don't
Alright.
think so.
Telhark says, "Are you all ready to go?"
Yes.
Yes, I am gonna.
All right. So the hunting party travels to the north gate and exits off in that direction. Move everybody off the map. Apophis stays in town.
Doing shady shit.
Yeah.
As you would.
All right. So we've got Tweelalaith. We've got Taharka doing translation. And we've got a couple of porters with a wagon that are a little bit behind, but they're following us on the road. The party's been going on for a while, and there's sort of like a red sky from the sun being low on the horizon. So you're going into the ancient forest, the ancient Sumerian woods. The trees here are gigantic, really, really tall trees. And you're going into an old growth forest, and there are huge tree roots that are twisting along the ground. Occasionally there's some rocks. There's a lot of small plants that can only get a little bit of light through the canopy of trees. So Taharka says that Tuilalay thinks that the beast lives near the heart of the forest in a sacred grove. And so you're going to be traveling in that direction until close to midnight. And so as the sun sets, Tuilalay is going to reach into her bag and she's going to produce a torch. Taharka has a lantern that he's going to light up that hangs off his belt. Does anybody else want to strike up a torch or a light source of some kind?
I
No.
have my.
No, but I will take a big swig off of my fourth horn of mead.
All right. So you took one for the road and you polish it off as you travel.
I'll take out my lantern. I'm gonna ask Taharka, how big did you say the boar was?
Taharka says that it's a sacred animal. It's probably as big as a bear.
Well, that's encouraging.
Well, it's as big as a non-demon bear.
Yeah. Give me a moment. I'm going to load up another map.
You've got all the moments you want. I'm smoking cannabis like it's my job.
Wash, wash.
I don't see the map I'm looking for. I'll have to use this one. It'll
I'm
do.
so excited we all get to wrestle a boar naked.
All
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, this is the gorillas one.
Oh yeah, the gorilla match.
Yeah, I don't need the gorillas. I'm not fighting gorillas this time. I'll save that for another day.
Aw.
You fought gorillas?
No, they ran
No.
away.
I was just saying.
We stealthily moved away because we were like 3 people against a bunch of gorillas.
There was a really big gorilla in there.
Yep.
Was it Ian who got shit thrown at him?
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
As it tends to be.
Do we have a necromancer in our party?
He's
Yep.
not here today, though.
Oh, damn.
He's the famous Ian. A fame.
I was gonna say he could
Or is it
He could-
infamous?
raise one of the dead offspring of the boar that was slightly retarded and demoralize it. Use that to demoralize the creature. That would work really well.
Okay. All of you. Hang on. I'm having a lag spike. All of you.
Welcome to tabletop.
All of you go
Yeah.
here. And you're actually a little bit bigger on this map than the last one. Okay. So I'm going to spread you out all a little bit. Tuilalay says a bunch of stuff in Sumerian. And she says it in a hushed tone. And Taharka says, "We are approaching the sacred grove that the Sumerians speak of." Tuilalay suggests that we try to use a little bit of stealth so we can sneak up on the creature. as we approach the grove. So, Taharka and Tweelolaith, they're both going to roll a stealth roll.
And DC door.
Okay, so Tweelolaith, she's got 1 success. Taharka, he's got 2 successes. Put this in my notes. Tweelolaith, 1 success. Taharka, 2 successes, because he's really good at stealth.
Impressive.
It's also dark, so that gives any enemy that's trying to observe you a higher difficulty, +1. So this is actually a struggle against the creature's observation test. So the creature's observation test right now is 1. So it's got 1 success. So as long as you generate 1 success, the creature won't hear you approaching.
Well, that's 2 successes for me.
Mhm.
No, that's 3
3.
successes. Do we generate momentum?
Only
right now?
2.
Not on this roll, no. It's a struggle just to see who gets the drop on the other person in the combat.
I
Great.
have 2.
I have 3.
3.
What's your stealth stat, Dragic?
My what?
You're still stealth.
Wait, who had the 2?
It's-
Danger?
No.
I have 2.
Lizard.
Okay. Put that in my notes. This wizard had a 2. Danger had a 3. So, Drazik, in order to be sneaky, we're looking at your stealth skill. Your target number is a 14. Your focus is a 2. I'll roll 2 dice for you since you're not at the table. You got a 19 and a 9. Because your target number is a 14, that means you got 1 success, which means the giant board does not hear you coming.
Drunk and stealthy.
Mm.
Somehow works. Interesting.
Okay. So, because the beast doesn't hear you coming, the players get to go first. I'm going to have Taharka and Tweelolaith. They're just sort of slowly sneaking into the forest, moving forward. Actually, I have to draw some zones.
Zoning.
Zoning.
Goddamn zoning laws.
How should I do this? So we've got...
You know what's great? I can use one of my feats.
Do you have a feat to knock it out?
I have a feat to not get affected by the trees.
Not get affected by trees. What are they gonna do? Like shake at you?
Not let me see the boar.
Oh, I was about to say. I think 2 of us should bum rush it. With another 2 coming from another direction.
All right. I don't know. This is sort of haphazard, but I'm splitting this into a bunch of zones. Conan's never real specific about distances, so we'll just have to work with it. So, moving with a minor action, Tweelolaith and Taharka have moved 1 zone ahead into here, moving stealthy as their action. All right, players.
I will move stealthy.
Yeah, I'd like to move stealthy more to the east.
All right, so you follow the trail. Instead of going into the woods here, you follow the trail and you're sort of skirting around the woods off to the right.
I'm going to surround by the west.
I'm a little bit indecisive of what exactly I want to do. What? I think for now I'm not gonna fuck up the plan. I'm gonna try to go stealthy with the rest, specifically with Mortis.
All right. All right. I'm going
Which zone
to.
is the boar in? Is he?
He's 2 zones. No, three zones away. He's
Mm,
in this zone back here,
Two.
but he's gonna move. So hang on a moment.
Everybody should spread out to try and corner him, and then we're just gonna have to beat the shit out of him, like a rotten stepchild.
Is this not a
Torso.
demonic boar? What the fuck?
All right. The boar is hungry. The boar is going to sniff the ground with an observation. Or no, he's not doing observation. He's actually doing a survival roll. And he gets 2 successes, and he finds a bunch of mushrooms when he moves from this zone into this zone. And he is tearing up the ground right here, creating a bunch of difficult terrain with his tusks. And he's munching on this big pile of mushrooms, a big fairy ring of mushrooms that was growing next to an old piece of a column, some sort of ruins that are in the middle of the woods here, in the middle of nowhere. All right, so that's all he does during his turn. So it's back to the player turn. Tweethla and Taharka, they continue to stealth. Still using the same roll from before. They're just going to stick to that one roll as they continue moving forward quietly into this zone.
sneaky, sneaky, sneak.
I will also continue moving forward, using stealth if I'm not already using it.
Did we roll a stealth for you?
I don't think so.
I think we did.
My bad. No, wait, we did. It was like 1 success.
Yeah.
Which was enough. All right. All right, we got choices, Drazik. So you are moving through the zone, and it sort of splits, right? So you've got the option of moving into the woods towards your allies, which you can hear over there, very quietly moving through the woods. Or you can continue circling around the perimeter of the forest along this trail here.
Continue circling the perimeter.
All right, I'll put you here then. All right, so then
Isidore is gonna move. I think I can move to here, right?
if you
just
spend your
one zone?
entire turn moving, you can move 2 zones, yeah.
I don't understand why this is surrounded, but sure.
Extremely
that.
rough terrain. There's a bunch of vines and roots and thorns and things that make it hard to move from here to there.
I'm staying behind this tree.
Like, you might actually have to climb through the branches of the tree to actually get to where you're going, which is why it's a short distance for a lot of movement.
Sure.
Well, we want to engage him in the open area. Blitz.
All right. Now, as you guys approach, I'm going to roll an observation test. The boar lifts its head and looks around and immediately becomes alarmed. The wind blows somebody's scent in the direction of the boar, and it catches wind of you. And it's immediately going to spin around. And, let's see. It
Thing.
charges from here towards the noise. So it is barreling through the woods and through the brush. And it gets this far during its turn. So that's its move. Its action was to observe. But it's definitely rushing towards Tweelalaith and Taharka, who are trying to be quiet, but they're instantly kind of surprised here. So when it goes back to the player's turn,
You.
Uh,
I grapple it.
can I react first?
yeah, Modris is like moving his figurine right in. Let's take care of that quick. All right, you rush in and what do? Grab it by the
Grapple.
by the tusk and try to wrestle it to the
Yeah.
ground.
What would that be? Would that be melee or?
Are you wearing gauntlets?
Yeah.
That is definitely a brawn athletics test to wrestle the boar.
Grab it
Alright.
in. Oh.
It immediately becomes a struggle. Um,
I want to
Hmm.
run or as fast as possible. Fast as my stupid.
I'm going to spend one of my doom in order to roll 3 dice for the boar. So the boar's got, with his struggle, he's got a whole lot of nothing. Holy shit.
Ooh.
Wait, let me double check his stats to see if a 14's alright.
I feel like it would go 14 at least. I feel like he'll at least have one and one success and a complication, I think, at the very least. That is 2 from me.
Gotta find out what book this is in. Giant Boar, page 89 of Conan the Barbarian. It's one of the supplement books. That's why I couldn't find it. Alright, Giant Boar. It looks like it's got a brawn of 11.
What was...
What would its athletics be?
Or would he roll
a 2?
resistance?
Damn, he missed it by 1. He had a 13, and he rolled a
Mm.
14, so he did miss it
And
by
he has
1.
a complication as well.
Yeah, he did roll a 20 in there as well. Shit.
So would you say this thing hits like a truck, or would you say it hits like a lawnmower? Or
I'd say a...
Those tusks look like they could gore you
ATV.
pretty hard.
okay, that has to be mean then. That has to be really mean.
But I got it by the tusks, so it doesn't matter.
Do we have we identified if it's a male boar?
Not yet, no.
It is.
Given how big it is,
It would be really hard in this darkness.
Grappling.
Grappling.
Grappling. Trying to think where the rule for that is. Shit.
Well, I'm definitely gonna run there as fast as I can through the fucking absolute jungle while you fucking wrestle a garbage dispenser.
If I may, the moment Mildred starts wrestling with the boar, I'm gonna try to take a shot to a specific part of the body. So I think that that's 1 difficulty, if not 2.
Well, hang on. I'm still trying to figure out this grapple thing. So, how many successes did you have?
2
You had 2, and he had 0.
and the complication.
I'll be back.
You were not drunk?
No.
You were not drunk. Let's see.
It is still dark. so
It is
there's
still
that
dark, so the difficulty goes from 1 to 2 at least. And you said you had 2?
Yeah.
So you got it, and he didn't get any. But you didn't generate momentum.
No.
Okay. So, how should we do this? Roll damage. It's going to be 2 combat dice for a, like, unarmed attack, and then you add your brawn bonus, if you've got a brawn bonus.
What would brawn bonus be?
Well, what's your brawn?
13.
9 is 1, 10, 11 is 2, 13 is 3.
Alright, so
12 and 13 is 3. 14 is 4. So, base 2, plus your brawn bonus, roll all those combat dice, and let's see how hard you hit.
6. I think. Right? Does effective still do 1 for melee attacks? Yes.
Actually, on an unarmed attack, an effect does no damage, but you still did
Okay, so
2.
then 5.
5?
Yeah, it'd be 5 plus the 3.
Why am I only seeing a 2 in an effect?
Because of the bonus, yes.
Well, those are dice, though. You didn't roll dice.
Oh, do I roll 3 more die?
Yes, 3 more dice.
Oh. Okay, none.
Oh. Okay, so it's just 2.
Thought it was just a damage bonus.
Alright, so giant boar gets a little scuffed up. His vigor is reduced by 2. Alright. And he is in a grapple, so you have your hands on him. Okay, so... Danger Fate, you still there? You want to take your
Yep.
shot?
What is the ruling on a name attack?
What do you mean a name attack?
I want to hit the boar in the back leg.
Ah, you aim at the boar's back leg, a momentum spend to do a called shot. It requires 2 momentum or doom. Do you want to spend your 2 momentum here?
Ian is not here to stop me, so I am.
All right. You spend 2 doom.
1, 2. Wait.
All right. You aim at the back leg of the
Only
beast.
reason why I use it.
Fire away.
Well, it's whatever. I do
Oh, actually-
lower 1 difficulty.
I do want to say that, like, so this is a little bit wrong the way we're doing it.
Yeah.
After reading over the rules several times, you're supposed to say what you want to do, and then I'm supposed to say whether I'm going to resist it with a struggle, and then we roll our dice, and then you find out how much momentum you get, and then you would spend the momentum on the called shot. So just reverse the order of the things you do. Just make the roll first. In this system, it's weird, but you're just like supposed to make the roll first and then do the momentum spend as an addition to
So
the
that you
regular action.
don't spend momentum unnecessarily, I suppose.
Well, it's just that you don't spend it until after you've made the roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because, like, you could make your attack with the bow and not have enough momentum in order to do the called shot. In this case, you already had momentum, so that's fine. But sometimes the momentum is generated from the attack roll itself.
That is 2 successes.
All right.
I believe.
So this is a pretty tough shot. I don't think that's going to hit.
No, it's not. It's 1 success. Give me 1 second.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, it's 1 success.
You're in the same zone, so this is considered close. Is the range on your bow close?
Yeah.
All right, so that's good. You get +1 difficulty for darkness, though.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Neither you nor Modris has a torch, do you?
I have a lantern.
Is
I
it
was using a lantern.
is it hanging from your belt?
Yeah.
In that case, I won't give you the darkness penalty. So then the difficulty is only a 1.
Okay, great.
And the
Jesus.
boar did not make an acrobatics check against it, so that hits. Roll some damage.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Okay, so now if he does 5 or more damage to the leg, he causes a wound to the leg.
I'm not sure I want to use any of my things because I don't want to kill it.
And then having a
But
wounded leg will make
it's fine.
all of its rolls have a -1.
Do I want? I am going to use 1. You know what? Let's do it. I'm gonna use marksman, and I'm gonna spend 2 quivers.
All right.
So that's 4 dice.
It adds combat dice too, so make sure you add the extra
Yeah.
damage dice.
That is the thing. I'm afraid I'm gonna kill it, and I don't want to kill it.
Well, why are you throwing so many arrows its way? I mean, you just fired like 2 quivers full of
Because
arrows.
I want to injure it as much as I can, but I don't know how much life does it have. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is a lot of effects. That is 8 damage. And I can reroll one of those zeros. Is it 1-0? It's 1-0. I'm gonna roll it. That's 10 damage. So that's at least 1 injury.
All right. Oh, you cut it real close. This thing actually has 11 hit points. You did enough damage that it has 10 vigor down, and it gains 1 wound to its leg, so its physical abilities are decreased. Tuathla and Taharka are going to use the ropes and the net. So Tweelalay throws the net at the boar and misses. Shit. Taharka is going to throw his rope over the boar. And he also misses. Damn.
No fuck.
So 3 of you have gone.
Can I scream to not hit it anymore?
You can all tell that the animal has cried out in pain and is very badly wounded, possibly close to death. It looks as if another hit might kill it.
Can I grab the ropes and attempt to subdue it myself?
Sure.
So I pass around, Parka, grab his rope, and jump on top of the board. What do I roll for that?
Well, it's actually a ranged attack with the rope. You're trying to throw the rope over it so that you can entangle it. It's sort of like a grappling hook kind of deal.
Well, they're trying to throw the rope. I'm trying to, jump on top of it and do the spin on the legs.
You want to hog tie it? All right.
Wait, question. Wouldn't they get a bonus or some sort because it is already wrestling with the Modris?
Hmm.
That is a good question. Yes.
Tell you what. I will let Ramiel. Oh no, I'll let Modris roll an assist on Ramiel's roll that he's making now. So Ramiel's making an athletics test in order to entangle the boar with the rope physically, like a wrestling move, to do like the hog tie on it.
Yeah.
All right. So Modris, you roll your athletics, just 1 dice though, as an assist. Ramiel, you roll your athletics. I'm going to roll the boar's athletics as a struggle, and I'm going to spend a doom so that it can roll the 3 dice.
Success.
I've got 3 successes.
Ooh. Is that a tie? Do we have 3 or 4 on?
Let's see. The wrestling test for the boar is a difficulty 2. I'm trying to think. 1 would be a regular attack, but he's got circumstances like he's kind of in a wrestling move, and it's dark. It's got to be at least 2, which means the boar generated only 1 momentum. So it's really like a comparison of how much momentum you generate. You have light. Well, I guess the light wouldn't matter because you guys have a torch.
You did say that he was wounded.
You guys would have a difficulty of 1 though, because you're not grappled, and it's a close attack.
Yeah.
All right. So how many successes did you guys generate if the difficulty was just 1?
I generated 1, so that any successes he generates are...
Zero Dark, you had 2, right?
I believe so.
What's your bonus to athletics?
All right. So that generates 1 momentum. All right. So the boar had 1 momentum, and you had 1 momentum. What happens with the struggle is that the player wins a tie, but the loser's momentum is subtracted from the winner's momentum. So that doesn't actually generate any momentum for the players, but you did win. All right. So now the boar is completely restrained in a hog tie. and it's squealing and snorting and roaring, and but it's entangled in the rope. And Twyla Lath is going to run and pick up the net that she missed with, and she's going to throw it on the boar, and now the boar is even more entangled. Taharka grabs a corner of it and starts to cinch it around the side.
Let's not forget this thing is fatally injured on the brink of death.
Yeah, it's pretty badly injured, but if given a moment, it can recuperate some of its health just by taking a bit of a breather. Drazik, what do you do? Do you want to run up to the boar now that it's hogtied?
Yeah.
Okay. So minor action moves you here. Regular action moves you here. The wagon is going to pull up, and Twyla Lath says, "Everybody, we need to lift the boar into the wagon. Who's the strongest? Who's going to make the main roll?"
Not me.
I
Jeff?
have
Definitely me.
13 on.
have
I mean, Modrus and Rachel and Ramiel, I believe, are the two men for this.
You have to elect one person to make the main roll. Twyla Lath and Taharka are both going to roll 1 assist die. So I'm going to roll those 2 dice here. Twyla Lath was not helpful. Taharka gives you 1 success.
I got a 14.
What is Drassic's brawn?
13.
Okay, then I think it's either me or him because we actually have bonuses. Or Zerdak here.
Drassic has strong back, so I think he generates bonus
Yeah.
momentum. Is that how that works? Let me check. Brawn. Where's that? No, that's athletics, isn't it? Yeah, athletics. All right, so strong back. You generate 1 additional success for each rank of strong back. So he gets an auto success on this.
Yeah.
Should I roll that for him? He's going to make the test?
Yeah, he should do the test.
All right, so Drassic, your roll generates... oh, if you had like 1 more focus.
Mm.
It generates 2 successes.
Wait, what? Oh, he only has the 2 focus?
Yeah, he only has 2 focus.
Mm.
So that's 3 total so far.
If that was me, it would be
Heave.
3.
Surely somebody else can add to this. Carry this boar up into the wagon.
Sure.
Yeah, there's another one.
That makes it 4 successes.
Okay, this is
4
1 die.
successes.
Everyone else needs to roll now.
No, 4 was
I mean-
enough. 4 was enough. This isn't a super giant boar. It's just a giant boar. So 4 is enough to heave it into the wagon. It's still kicking and squealing, but the net is tight, and it is easily transported back to Samaria now. All right. Good job, guys. Twyla Lath will pay each of you, except for Ramiel, she'll pay each of you 3 gold coins. To Ramiel, she will pay 1 gold coin and an IOU to meet her in her bedroom later.
All right.
Or no, that wasn't to Ramiel, that was to Drassic. Drassic, you were the one that wanted to get a
Yeah.
who offered a discount. All right, so yeah, it was Drassic that she makes that deal too. So you only get 1 gold coin, but we want to add that to your character sheet. I put you in the teal spot. At some point when you do get on the table, you can fill in this little character sheet. This will be like the one that you update. I'm gonna put 1 gold in your box there. Everybody else, make sure you add the 3 gold that she gave you. Now, everybody, we need to grab all of these figurines off of this board.
Yes, sir.
You can grab the figurines. I'm just trying to figure out which way is up.
I'm a giant.
I'll get you. I'm gonna grab Taharka too. Here.
Oh my god. Look, guys, I'm a giant.
All right. So it's 10 o'clock. That's like the halfway point. So I am going to give 1 fortune to you, and 1 fortune to you, and 1 fortune to you, and 1 fortune to you. All right. So everyone's got more fortune now.
Oh God, what happened?
All right. Everyone's off the board, right? Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna change maps.
DM.
What's up?
My fortune got kind of bugged, and it landed, I believe, in your DM screen.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
I'm not sure why
that
they
would
made
be
those so
8
gigantic.
dice. I just realized if I used all my fortune, that'd be 8 dice in total on one attack.
They do
8
cap it
dice
at
extra.
They do cap it at 5, so you get 2. You can use 3 things to get it up to 5, and then people can assist you to increase that more. Because an assist can break the rule. The normal rule, 5 is the limit, but with assists, they don't count.
I can do. I don't. But I think it has to be my attack with that. Death Blade. I don't think it works with assists. So.
Alright, so
Goes
Tweelalith is
to-
going to take the giant boar, and it's going to be put in this pen right here.
I can't believe it hasn't fucking died yet.
Oh, no. She's an excellent animal husbandry type farmer. She's going to patch it up. She's going to put some ointment on all its wounds and take the arrow out and feed it, make it nice and fat and happy. Maybe file down its tusks so it's not quite as dangerous. When you arrive back in town, you're met by Torkin the Wild Boar. Torkin, like his daughter, is just as squat, but looks powerfully muscled. And he will tell all of you, you have done well. Thank you for fetching the wild boar. My boars will be the strongest boars in the land. If you wish to buy boars, come to me, and I am the best boar salesman that has ever sold boars. And I will sell you the best boars in the land. If you need boar bacon, I can sell you boar bacon as well. The best boar bacon that has ever been bought in the land.
Bored.
But now I am bored, so I am going back to me hut.
Amen. Oh my God, they're giants now.
They're probably going to offer you some free food when you get here.
What's the thing for? There we go.
Plus and minus. Ooh, now I have a tiny piglet.
Ooh. Oh, baby.
Yes, there is, baby.
It's a baby.
Yeah, so what Torkin plans to do is crossbreed his boar with one of these. That's a size mismatch.
Oh my God.
They will make it work.
What is
though.
it? What's that joke? The Warlord and the Skitty from Pokemon.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I know what you're talking about. That's horrific.
Or the German Shepherd and the Corgis?
I do have a fun fact for everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
In the real world, the pink pig that's found across Americas and Europe, that's all the same. That's all the same animal. That's all the same species.
Yep. I've heard that.
Same breed, javelina. And if you take a pink pig, like a pink pig on a farm, and you put him out in the wild, within a year he's going to be covered in brown and gray matted fur and have begun growing tusks.
Yeah, pigs are pretty crazy.
These are weird.
But if you took a wild boar and put him on a farm, he wouldn't change. But a pink pig would change.
All right. The pig breeding has begun.
Well, I'm not watching this The display.
I'm getting
Are
Just
you
a-
happy that I
just
accidentally
a-
shot that one down?
Just a machine gun fire of powerful piglets spraying out the back end, flipping
getting
through
turned
the
on.
air.
So I'd like to use my movement to approach Twyla Lathe and incentivize that lathe.
All right. You and Tweelulath are getting it on just next door to the giant boar, who is also getting it on.
Back to the mead.
Well, that
There's-
place is a fucking love hotel, huh?
Squealing and smells like you've never smelled before coming from the huts.
Just the sounds of slapping meat and squealing can be heard.
Oh my god.
Back to the meat and bear.
All right. You
The
return,
blueberry bear meat.
you return to the Sumerian party to partake of the food and the drink some
Yeah.
more.
I'm gonna drink myself to sleep.
All right. Everybody parties into the night and rests until sometime the next day. You are awoken by the sound of many cocks crowing.
I thought that introduction was going to take a hard left turn.
Let's see here. Many of these folks have gone to their individual respective homes. We've got the prince. We've got the princess back in her house here. We got the villagers. The other prince, he's back in his house. Let's see. Maeve of Samaria hanging out here, doing her morning routine. Various folks back in their homes. So, the Sumerians are welcoming during the festival. However, the next day after the festivities, the people of the Sumerian village are not quite as hospitable anymore. Let's see, where's Taharka? Taharka? I lost Taharka. Oh, here he is. All right. So Taharka and his man Alara pack up their tent, their little campsite here. Alara has a big backpack, big hiking backpack, and is going to pack up all of their gear and carry it. And he's quite strong, big strapping lad. All right. Before leaving town, they're going to meet up with the heroes and inquire what your next move is. So here's Taharka of Kesh and Alara carrying an enormous backpack. Taharka is going to look at each of you and say, "Ho, adventurers, travelers! The Sumerians are not a friendly lot. It would be in our best interest to be gone from this place. Otherwise, their hospitality will not outlast the day, I think."
Well, we still have a mission to fulfill with the princess, so I'm sure they will not make a lot of sound, make a lot of noise to that.
This is true.
But after that, I do believe that we may leave at once.
Taharka says, "If you're not doing anything else, I've heard of several places around that we could explore."
If you would be so patient to wait for us a couple more days in the outskirts of the village.
I was thinking of something that we could do tonight, whereas that other main quest is something for like another week when everyone's here.
We can make a fast forward and say that we did the mission already. And then go back in the
I
next session.
I don't know about that.
A little timey-wimey little shit there.
A little bit of time fuckery.
Time fucker is always fun.
Yeah, things get tricky when you start doing that. I usually like to do things sequentially.
I will join the Harka, yes. seems like he has some interesting places that we might go. Why not?
I don't know. It's up to
Sure.
you. I mean, we could call it here. We could just do a short game and then pick up next week with more players. But if you still want to do stuff, I could have Taharka lead you to another dungeon, another place to explore, some more encounters, things to fight, treasures to find.
Ooh, treasure.
Hey, I am the boss, you'll say.
Taharka's just sort of my plot hook to get you out of town and off to do something.
What do you all say?
I will join him. I'll say yes.
All right. Having agreed to let Taharka and his man lead the way, you're going to leave the village. On the way out, you stop at the little farmhouse. The south side of town, and acquire your other party member,
Yes.
who's just finished up with Twila Lathe.
Yes. Well, that's amazing.
How's that post-nut clarity there?
The best mornings are those that stink of sex and pig shit.
Oh, no.
Somewhere in the
That
night,
is
before we're tired out.
Words-
I
that is
finished
words
the
to
night
live
cold.
by. Those are words to live by.
Just remember, the shower won't be invented for another 12,000 years.
I don't have to be my party member. I'm okay with it.
Let's see.
We can always drown you in a river or something.
I'm just for convenience, I'm going to take Apophis and Rowana off this map and put him in front of his nameplate. That way, if we're on a different map when he does rejoin us, his figurine won't be missing, like Isidore was. I'll change from this map to a new one.
I like all the different maps.
Alright, so this is the map here. Alright. So, Taharka is going to lead you out the southeast gate of town. And you're going to travel along the Sumerian Road eastward, sort of following the river. It turns southward after several hours of travel, and you're moving through the highlands. Taharka is leading you up into the mountains almost. But it's gradual. It's not a steep mountain, not a slope. It's more of a winding trail that leads up and up and up and up for several hours. You travel all throughout the morning and throughout the afternoon. At some point, everybody starts to get hungry. Taharka and Alara are going to pull out some rations and some water skins, and they're going to eat up some of their supplies. It's been a while since the party the previous day, so everybody should eat one of your rations and drink some of your water if you've got it on your character sheet. If you don't, you're going to have to make a survival check to look for it in the environment. Does everybody have supplies?
No, I had some stuff, but it seems like
I
I had it on the note card, but it seems that got written on for some reason.
I'm out of rations.
All right. Note card tutorial time.
I have nothing.
No, I had one, but then it got someone wrote on it. Apparently.
All
I
right.
take that back. I have
So-
an empty mead bottle. empty meat horn. That's all I've got.
This note card right here, it's got some features, right? It's got an unlocked button, so you can put stuff on the card, but then Tabletop Simulator uses AWSD for movement, and if I'm AWSDing and I just happen to see what happened. So there's a button in the bottom corner here where you can click it and it locks the card, and now I can't type on here at all until I hit that unlock button, and now I can type. So just make sure you always lock your cards, otherwise that info is fucked. You don't want to lose
I
info.
know I had rations. I don't know how much I had.
Yeah.
I think I had 3 last I remember.
Now, if that happens, like if your card gets deleted and you notice the moment it happens, speak up and say, hey, my note card got destroyed, rewind. And I'll click the rewind button and throw it back 3 minutes, and then it'll fix.
I feel attacked.
But it's probably too late now for that card. That's my guess.
Yeah, I think I had 3 if I remember correctly, because I bought 4 and then...
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, just add it back onto the note card. From memory, whatever you can remember.
It was like someone had actually like typed stuff on it, so...
Oh. Are you sure it's the
Yeah.
same note card? It might be a different one.
It's on my... I only have 1 note card on my side of the table.
Right on.
Looks like either someone took mine or someone had written on it at some point in time.
That might have happened when you weren't here, because a lot of
Yeah.
items got sold. So any card that had loot or potential loot on it probably got taken and sold. Although they shouldn't have sold your rations. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't me.
That's fine. Just put them back on. All right. So Taharka, after eating on the road, says, "Now I have heard there was an old monastery high in the mountains. I don't know where exactly it is, though, so we're going to be traveling a while. Keep your eyes peeled. Maybe you'll spot it." All right. Everyone gets to make an observation test. The difficulty
Oh, boy.
is 3.
Let's see my observation. Oh boy.
Now,
I
because
need
the
a 7
difficulty
or
is
above.
3, if you want to make the roll, you're going to have to buy an extra dice or use a fortune.
I'm gonna use 2 fortune.
Right up.
So I'm gonna delete that link. See, I don't know why that's happening. Fuck. Just gonna delete this.
You there, Jurassic?
Yeah.
All right, so for this roll, you've got a little pile of fortune here. You can use between 1 and 3 fortune to get extra dice on this important roll. How many would you like to
Oh,
use?
boy.
That's fucking bullshit.
1.
You use 1 fortune, you roll 3 dice. Bop, bop, bop. Your observation is a 7.
Mm,
So we've got
I just want you.
1 success. You did not spot the secret door.
I only got 1 success as well.
I got
still have
none.
Nothing.
Got 2 4s and 1 3.
Is that 3 successes?
Yes.
All right, one of you spots it. Who was that? Zero Dark?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Zero Dark. All right, you find a secret entrance. Ramiel spots it first. It's high up on a ledge, so the trail you're walking along passes under it. But in order to get to the entrance, you actually will need to make a climb check. Now, Taharka and his man, they have ropes, grappling hooks, things like that, as part of their gear, climbing kits and stuff. So, let's see. He commands Alara to throw the hook up. Alara attaches the hook to the wall, and that decreases a difficult climb to a difficulty 1. Taharka gets a success. Al-Ara tries to climb up the rope. He gets 2 successes. Difficulty 1, athletics test. Who's going up the rope?
Me.
I personally love ropes.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
All right.
2 success.
I'm gonna die. Just warning you guys.
All right, Modris gets up the rope.
That's 1 success.
Ramiel gets up the rope.
Ooh. Hey, remember the thing we talked about with the whole note card?
Yeah.
can can we do a fast reroll?
Rewind. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm telling you, always lock those note cards. Always, always, always.
Didn't even notice it was unlocked, but yeah.
You'll get used to it. It's a mistake you'll make a bunch of times, but after a while, you'll just automatically lock those cards every time. That fixed it, right?
Now. Yep.
Okay.
This is the best energy drink ever.
What are you drinking?
True North.
No idea.
Yeah, that's what I said when I looked at it. Fucking really good, like a seltzer energy drink, seltzer water energy drink. Grapefruit lemonade.
Well, that does sound tasty.
Yeah, pretty bitchin'.
Dresik, do you want to add any dice to the roll or just make it?
No.
No dice. All right, regular roll
No dice.
with 2 dice against
No.
your athletics. Ooh, you've got 15. Double 8s, that's 2 successes. You easily climb the rope. You actually also generate 1 momentum because you had more success than you needed.
Hey.
I told
yeah.
you.
I would have
Love-
generated 1, yes. Because I got 2.
Yep. I'll add 1 to the pot. Okay, so Al-Ara, he moves to here. Taharka, he moves to here. Did you all get up the rope?
I believe so.
All right, everybody's up here. So you're on the lich, and before you is an enormous door. This is a door like you haven't seen. It is ornate. It's covered in statuesque sculptures of people writhing and contorted. They seem to cover the entire surface of the door, going all the way up. An amazing work of art. And you can hardly tell the seam that runs down the center of the door, but you can see that it forms a split and runs the length of the door from top to bottom. It's currently
Can I make a
closed.
Can I make a little check?
Sure. To know about this door is a difficulty 4, though. It's a very mysterious, unknown door.
Damn.
That is a
Taharka of Kesh will roll an assist for you, because he knows a little bit.
I'm gonna use 1 fortune because I know I can do something if I cannot get anything out of this.
Taharka's generating 2 successes for you with his assist.
Well, that's great. I got another 2 successes.
All right.
Oh.
And I generated 1 lore momentum. Because one of my dice didn't do anything.
Okay, let's see here. Cults, 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 cults. Not that one. I didn't prep this in advance. This is just sort of a random encounter. So it's taken me a moment to look at which one of these cults it actually is.
No worry.
Random encounter. What is this? An RPG?
Random encounters in my tabletop games? Disgust.
This ain't no JRPG.
Alright, so your successful lore test tells you that this door, although it's covered in human figures contorted in various poses that look uncomfortable, you'll notice that at the top of the door there's actually a more fish-like figure that is decidedly non-human. So that leads you to believe that this might have something to do with the cult of Dagon, which you've heard of, but they're more of a coastal cult. Being so far from the ocean, this seems like an unusual sight.
Beach
Well-
people.
You sure? There sure is something interesting behind these doors. When you say, Jaharka.
Taharka says, this ancient temple, I don't know if it's inhabited or not, but there may be treasures. Who is bold? Who will step forward and open the door?
I opened the door.
All right. You approach the door. You don't find a handle.
I push.
You push the door. All right.
Yes.
The door is quite heavy. It's a difficulty 2 athletics test to push the door open.
Hmm.
Taharka commands Alara to assist. Alara,
Yeah.
being a huge man, steps forward.
Oh.
That's not a good roll, eh?
That's one success.
Alara gives you 2 more. All right.
Oh.
Alara does most of the work. The door is open.
Yes.
Taharka and Alara step into the hall here.
Who do you think has assisting him?
You see a green carpet that goes up to a staircase. Taharka holds up a torch because the light from outside only shines in so far. Ahead of him, he sees another set of doors, maybe a door off to the left in an alcove. A huge statue of a fish-like, grotesque man up ahead. Barely
Now, what's
seen in the
fish
darkness.
doing in the mountains? That is a question. Why is there a fish in the mountains?
All right. What do you do next? I've set the stage. I've described the area. It's on you. What do you do next?
I'd like to use my my movement and go back to the door with the big hand that was closed that we passed on the way in.
Okay. You go to the large door.
I'd like to try to push it open.
Well, it was already pushed open a little bit. It's a athletics test. Do you want to add any dice to this, or just roll 2?
Just roll 2.
All right. You roll 2 dice on an athletics test. Looks like with a 15, you're gonna get 4 successes.
Ooh.
which means you generated 2 momentum.
Hey. That's a lot of momentum.
You guys are at 5. The max is 6.
Wait, there's a max?
Yeah, for players there's a max. There's not a doom limit, but players are supposed to use it before you get over 6. Like, you can have more than 6, but by the end of your turn you have to have spent enough to bring it back down to 6.
Or do they just go away?
Weird.
Or they will go away. Correct.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna check for traps
Yeah.
in here.
Well, there's several spots you can check. There's the carpet, there's the small door, there's the big door.
Well, can I make a general observation just in this area of the carpet area?
Sure. General observation, looking around the hallway.
Does anyone want to help?
Yeah, I'll help you out.
Hang
What
on.
do you need?
Taharka's got a feature. Hang on.
I will not help given I have a 7 in that.
All right. Taharka has a feature, a talent, I should say, called Architect. You can sense changes in elevation discrepancies in room size, spot camouflage doors and other hiding places that are built into a structure. If and when you walk past a secret place, the Game Master is obliged to disclose that an entrance is concealed nearby. In return, the Game Master adds a doom. All right. I guess he doesn't have a feature that'll help, but he'll just roll an assist to see if there's traps. With an observation, he doesn't help. What did you have?
That's, I believe, 3 successes, if not 4.
All right.
Yeah, that's 4 successes.
You look around the hallway carefully, and you don't spot any traps.
Great. I'm going inside this door.
Okay. So you approach a wooden door, sort of bound in iron. It's got a ring-like handle that you can use to pull the door open.
I open it.
All right. You pull the door open, revealing a narrow hallway. It's about 8 feet wide. It looks like there's a door in an alcove to the right along the hallway, and there's another door identical to this one at the end of the hallway, about 50
go
feet
here.
ahead. All right. Stepping into the hallway, you look in the alcove at the door. Now, this door here, instead of just having a loop handle, it's got an actual lock mechanism and a door handle. So when you approach, it looks as if the door will be locked.
Is anyone good at picking doors?
Lock picking, huh? Taharka does have
Believe
picker
so.
of locks. Do you call
I
Taharka
want to
over?
be- Yeah.
All right. Taharka is going to tell Alara to wait here. He's gonna come over here and inspect the door. All right. Let's see. He pulls out a lockpick. Let's see. Whenever you fail a thievery test, you can choose instead to succeed at a price. In order to automatically succeed, you can add Doom to the pool in an amount equal to 1 plus the difficulty of the test. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, so if he fails, he still succeeds. Let's see here. Oh yeah, look at that. He gets 4 successes. He easily beats the door lock, and
He
he'll
knows how to make a key for it.
he'll pop it open, and he'll duck his head in and take a look around. He says, "Ah, some sort of bedroom."
Shall we look around?
Taharka comments on the chair over here. Fine craftsmanship. Some pottery. Yeah, look at the paint job on this pottery. Not bad.
Do you know it?
Mmm. It's just some fish. I've seen many like it in fishing villages.
Looks like everything here is surrounded by fish.
Taharka feels along the walls, doesn't notice any secret hidden compartments, checks under the bed, feels around under the carpet. Seems to be living quarters. What about that door? Any points? Alara, come.
What's you all doing? What's the rest of the group doing?
Door.
Door.
All right. Another large door, about half the size of the entrance door, not nearly as ornate. This door, instead, has a geometric pattern on it. It is an enormous circle with a whole bunch of lines zigzagging across it, forming a complex geometric pattern with many, many points.
Can we interact with it?
Yeah, it's just a symbol on a door. It's got a handle. Do you want to try it?
Yeah.
All right. This door's not nearly as heavy as the others. It's difficulty 0. It's not easy, but you do manage, after a little bit of effort, to pull the doors open. You and Ramiel, Modrus and Ramiel, each grabbing a door and pulling. You reveal a large room. The room contains a detailed spherical sigil on the floor with a huge hand with an eyeball and various symbols of hearts and spirals and seeds and snakes.
No fish?
Around it is writing in a dialect that none can understand.
Old fish.
The room is quite dark. Whatever light source you have maybe extends enough to reveal the symbol, but not to reveal the extent of the size of the room, which seems quite large. Casting the back of the room into shadow.
Well, if possible, I would like to get inside.
Who was that, Modrus? Yeah, all right.
That's one.
I'll go inside as well.
Okay, you step into the room. Hang on a second. Suddenly, a light.
Oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh,
What did you all do?
Oh yeah.
Can you guys see that?
The what?
Giant circle of fire.
One of our team.
No, it's loading. Give it a second. But keep on going.
Who did we just lose?
Who died?
Is it light or is there fire?
I'm just still seeing a 0 on the loading for Danger Fate. I'm wondering if it's going to load for him. Do you see it now? Oh, hey, Jurassic joined. Let me promote you.
Yeah. Did the
Huzzah.
computer finally finish?
Now you're actually at the table. Yay.
Yeah, it only took like what, 3 hours?
2.
Somewhat. Oh my god, what is happening?
Yeah.
It's a trial. It's a trial by fire.
Alright, so you stepped into the room, and suddenly flames in a circle erupt, sealing you in, and an enormous creature appears.
So that room is sealed now. Jesus. Sealed with fire.
And then there shined a shiny demon, emerging from the blackness of the floor as the room erupts in bright flames.
So
All
you're
right.
gonna ask us to play a song?
Hang on a second. I'm going to erase that line. So the division of this room is actually going to be the circle or not the circle. So
Fair. So we're either in the circle or out the circle.
Nope, too big. Shit. Yeah, there we go. Erase the extra one. So you guys moved into the room, but not into the circle. So you are like... You can place yourself where you want to be within the room, probably near the door, I would imagine, when all of this happens. All right, so the demon appears, and he rises from the floor. That's the monster turn. So player turn. What do you do?
What was the demon god's name that we released?
The demon god.
Accidentally. Do not
Yeah,
forget
accidentally.
that.
Yes, accidentally. I wasn't there for it. I had no part in it.
I had it here.
I did try to stop it.
Araman. Araman was the demon.
Oh man.
Didn't
see.
you? Weren't you like trapped in the middle of a
I was
pool or
trapped.
something?
Yes, I basically was trapped in a pool. Okay. I will say
swear I-
hello. What is your name?
Let's see. Page 124. Let me find it here.
Can I use my high athletics to jump through the flame?
Sure.
I think the flames go to the ceiling.
Book of Skelos.
Do you know Aruman?
4. No, 124. Shit. All right. Page 124. There it is. All right. All right. The creature appears. Which one of these stat blocks? Probably this first one. Oh, interesting. Some of these creatures have features that when they appear, they cause, like, doom or do some damage to your resolve, but not this one. All right.
He's just a minor demon.
Not the case this time. So you're in the room. Let me just start with, I don't know, like Modris. So you see a demon that appears. He hasn't said anything, but the room is sealed by a wall of flame, and a demon stands before you within a circle. An arcane circle. So what do you do? Tell you what, I'll give you a minute to think about it. I'm going to go run and use the bathroom. Take a short break and come back, and you can think about it.
I do.
Well, you know what I'm going to tell you. You got to try and fuck it.
I don't have the persuasion for that.
What is your persuasion?
It's an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
You just might
My
have this.
personality's 8, and I have nothing to persuade.
You just might have this, dude. Just smile big.
Okay, I see. Let's see, what do we have over here? Persuade 16. Well, okay. I don't know about you. I'm gonna ask him if he's gonna help me destroy my enemies. If not, well then.
It's a demon.
Hey, I'm still being, polite. We're the ones walking into his house. If he says no, I'm gonna
I
kill
feel like
you.
he was trapped here for a reason.
You could sell him my soul for your game.
I prefer having your soul intact because you are useful to the group.
I don't know, man. If it's not fucking farmers' daughters, I don't know.
I also don't feel like I'd be a good fuck, honestly.
So are we gonna challenge him to a duel after this? And if not, he can take Jurassic Soul.
No.
Because he has to pay our rent.
Challenge him to a duel. This is not the fucking 1800s. Stab him in the pecker.
I don't know if he has a dick, is the thing.
I'm just gonna try and shoot it in the face. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to go in the circle, is the thing. Because I don't know how the circle works.
All right, well, I'm going to jump through the fire and kill myself. I missed out on the boar fight. I refuse to miss out on the demon fight.
Can't blame you.
I'm gonna tell you, that is not the worst idea that we've had in this table.
Alright, be right back.
See, the problem was y'all just engaged the fucking boar like immediately. I was gonna circle around it and get as close as I could and turn my spear around to the blunt end and shove it up its ass. Instead of using the observation point to figure out which sex it was, I was just gonna use the butthole as a point of entry.
Uh,
Wouldn't
um,
it? To do with a completely unfun way. No sodomizing boars or anything. Jesus. And now, once again, y'all fucking jumped into it and summoned a demon.
it's the first time I've done that.
Not even a little demon either.
It's just one demon. What's the big trouble?
The big trouble is that he says hello with unconsensual sex, and his penis has teeth. That's the
Well, I
problem.
have a sword,
That
and I have probably greater reach than him.
sounds so much scarier than a toothy butt bug. Y'all better be throwing some caltrops or something.
I don't think caltrops exist in this game, do they?
They would have to. It's a fucking Conan game, dude. They've been throwing rocks at people since the dawn of man. Well, I'm cheering for you guys beyond the fire.
I don't think that fire is gonna do a lot.
How much life do you have? 13. I'll be fine. Remember that you can always use your token to heal yourself.
Yeah, let's go for the fuck him part. I mean, that is an idea.
Poor ninja. I think he sharded himself.
Oh,
What?
Back. Might have to go again in a minute.
I
All right. So, have you thought about it?
yes. I will ask it. Does it know of Ahriman?
Okay. Let me roll a lore test. The demon does not answer your question. The demon glares at you. It has hate in its eyes, but it says nothing. So that was Modris.
Yeah.
Ramiel, what do you do?
Alright. So I tell him my name, and I am Ramiel of Asgard, and I ask him if he will grant me strength to defeat my enemies. Or will I have to slay him?
The demon says nothing. Drezik, are you there?
Yeah.
So you were around the corner by the door over here. What do you do?
Yeah. I would like to mosey back down the hallway after hearing the shouts of my friends and enter into the room that is on fire.
All right. When you come around the corner, you'll see that the room is inflamed. It looks pretty dangerous. Do you wish to walk into the fire?
Yeah. 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 A sprint and a jump, not a walk. I don't know. Yeah.
All right. So, this is tricky. I'm going to roll a couple dice. Let's see. I'm going to spend a doom. And I'm going to roll 3 dice. I need you to roll a discipline test.
How do I do that?
I've generated 2 successes. All right, so you've got your little area over here, the teal area. Just come over here. All right, so do you see this chest on the right?
Yeah.
All right, so you want to point at the chest in the front of it here until a little red button appears, and then you want to click it twice. Right here. All right, so the dice have been rolled. And then in the bottom left, you can see you rolled double 8s.
Awesome.
So, looking at your sheet, your discipline, way down at the bottom, is an 8, which means you got 2 successes. Okay, so I had 2 successes, you had 2 successes. That means you win the struggle. You walk through the flames, realizing that they are not real. Had you failed that test, you would have burned. You would have believed you were on fire, but because you disbelieved the fire, it didn't hurt you. Alright, so walking through the illusion of flame, you've entered into the room. The demon stands within a circle that is drawn on the ground in chalk, or possibly a silver powder of some kind. An elaborate circle, an arcane circle of magical energies with a demon within it. Although the demon has not reacted, it has not said anything, it has simply stood and silently stared at the people in the room.
I will turn and look at him, and I will turn to Drask and see that he's not burned. Yes.
He is not burned by the fire.
Is the fire not real?
It looks real.
No, I'm asking that to Drask.
No, the fire's not real.
Oh. You guys just want to walk out of here then and close the doors?
Can I do an athletics test?
What do you want to do? What are you using it on?
I'd like to throw my empty mead container at the demon.
Sure. Not really an athletics test, though. That would be a ranged attack, actually.
A ranged attack.
Unfortunately, you're really bad at ranged attacks, so this is going to be a tough one.
This is going to be great. This is going to be great.
All right, since you've only got... What do you got? You've got an 8, and you've got no focus, so what I would recommend is roll more than 2 dice if you want to use some fortune, momentum, or doom.
I'll use everything available.
All right, well, let's see. You've got a stack of 3 fortune, and you can roll 2 dice. If you spend all 3 of your fortune, you can roll 5 dice. Which gives you 5 chances to roll an 8 or less, which is what you need.
Oh shit, I did something.
Oh, you dropped it in that little chest there. You can just point at it and hit delete, delete, delete if you're using all of them.
Yeah, all of them.
All right. So the little chest on the right, click it 5 times.
All right.
You gotta point at it so that the little red dot appears before you click. Little red button. Alright. And then roll the second chest here in the middle.
How many times?
Let's see, you got 1 success. Just once. Alright, you throw your mead container, you get 1 success. You hit him directly in the torso.
Damn.
Roll the far left chest twice. Alright. You have done 1 point of damage to the shiny demon.
Yeah.
What was his reaction?
Alright. The demon reacted. He does snarl when you did 1 point of damage to him. The insult. But he didn't say anything. He's just snarled.
Knowing the fire is fake, I leave the room.
Oh. You're not quite sure if the fire is fake or not. Roll a discipline test.
I asked him if the fire was fake, and he said yes.
That's true. Because you've been told that the fire isn't real, I'll make the difficulty only a 1 instead of a 2.
Where is my discipline? Alright, I will use 1 fortune for an extra dice.
I'm going to use a doom so I can roll 3 dice against you. But I got nothing.
So it's a tie.
Did you get nothing either?
Nope.
Yeah. Well, because it's a tie, player wins ties, so you disbelieve the fire, take no damage.
Man, even though I failed, I still won.
Yeah. Well, he failed too.
Yeah. I am going to go for a bit. I will be back.
Okay. Let's see here. It's been a while. I'm gonna give fortune to Drassic, and I'll give a fortune to Danger, and I'll give a fortune to Lizard Wizard, and 0. All right. These things are probably a little bigger than they need to be. Zero Dark, is this one that's in front of you used up?
I believe I have already deleted one, but maybe whenever we roll back. Yeah, I think I used that one.
Okay. Some people like to move them, some people delete them. I usually delete them because there's like an infinite supply in my little bag over here. So, that's all happening in that room over there, but Isidore, you're in this little hallway. Did you want to open this door into this side room here?
Do I hear anything of what's happening back there?
You hear like a roaring flame and some talking.
I wonder to myself, why did they do this time? And I'm just gonna take a peek.
Okay. Running back down to the end of the hall. You're
Give me
gonna.
1 second.
You'll see your allies. Hey, one of you left the room, right? Was it Modris?
Yes, Marcus.
You went through the flames. You're on the outside. So Modris is standing in the hallway here, looking at what's going on. You can see past Modris, your other allies, Drazik and Ramiel, are inside the wall of fire, confronting a very, very large demon. A winged demon with a tail and spikes. A fearsome-looking, grotesque monstrosity.
I'm going to immediately draw my bow and tense it and say, what is going on?
Okay. Taharka
Focus.
hides in this room here. Alara steps in here as well. Alright. Player turn over. Demon turn. Let's see. The demon is going to... The demon is going to point at Ramiel.
Oh. Yes.
That's the biggest insult ever. I threw a cup at him and he's not looking at me.
The demon points at Ramiel and issues a command. Alright, so it used a minor action to focus. It's casting a sorcery. The sorcery is automatically a struggle. You have to make a Discipline 2 test. I'm making a Sorcery 1, and he's rolling 2 dice. Or 2 extra dice, I should say, with my extra doom. So this is my Sorcery test. And you might want to add some dice to your Discipline if you want a chance of succeeding here. It looks like the demon only generated 3 successes. Now, in order to not be affected by the demon's spell, you need 3 successes on this roll. So, how many dice do you roll?
I have just rolled. So, it seems that we have some momentum. How can I use that? Because I don't have that.
If you'd like to use momentum, we'll just delete it from the bowl. Here, how many?
How does it help me again?
For each one of these momentum that you delete, you'll be able to roll 1 additional dice. The max you can add is 3. Now you can get that from momentum, and you can get that from fortune.
I'm gonna save the fortune for now. I'm gonna use 2 momentum at least.
Alright, so I'll delete these 2 momentum. You roll your 4 dice. Now you're rolling discipline. Now hang on. Your test is a difficulty 2, which means in order to beat the demon with his 3 successes, you need to get at least 3 successes. Above a difficulty 2, which means you really need 5. So you might want to roll 1 more dice in addition to that.
Sure.
Well,
Let's go with
what is your discipline?
10, I think.
10? So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 successes?
I see 3. I don't really know when does it fail or goes.
Well, what's your discipline?
Uh, discipline 10.
All right, so you need a 10 or less, which means you only got 3 successes. On a difficulty 2, that generates 1 momentum. His
You
was
have
a difficulty
3
1,
disciplines?
so he generated 2 momentum, which means he won, but he only gets 1 momentum off it. Let's see here. All right, so I'll generate my 1 doom. Now, he has used a enslave spell on you, and he's going to issue a command. And his command, because you walked into the room, his command is a simple one to continue doing what you've already been doing, but he'll tell you, walk on the circle.
Okay. That's
All
it.
right, so walk on the circle is... All right, so he uses his 1 doom that he generated as a momentum spend to increase his control from do what thou will to what the heart wants. So what the heart wants says you continue a previously established behavior, which was walking into the room. And so he's forcing you on your turn to spend your whole turn walking on the circle.
I guess I do it.
Yep. All right. So that was the demon's turn, and the demon begins to laugh, and Ramiel is walking on the circle. And walking on the circle actually does a bunch of damage to the writing. All along the path of your walking. So I'm going to put you right there. All right. So that was the demon turn. Your turn is eaten up because you were mind controlled. All right, so Ramiel, even though you were mind controlled and that was your action, you can spend 2 momentum in order to take a second action this turn. If you still want to do something. Otherwise, you can let your other allies do stuff instead.
I mean, I could probably do that, but like on my next turn, I'm still gonna be mind control.
No. Mind control lasts for 1 turn. So that was it.
Oh, that was it.
He made you do that one thing. If he generated more momentum, he could have spent an extra momentum to force you to do it for 2 turns, but he didn't.
Given that we have very little momentum and I already spent a little bit, I'm just gonna stay like that. So if they want to use something, so gonna end my turn.
Jurassic. Ramiel's doing exactly what the demon said to do. And his voice was funny when he said it. Now he's very happy and laughing, even though he said nothing previously. Yeah, he seems pretty pleased about whatever he just did.
I will also begin giggling and laughing and make my way into the circle.
No, you walk right up to the demon with your minor action. Okay.
And I'd like to assume a defensive posture.
Assume a defensive posture. I'm thinking, what would that be in this system?
Alternatively, if that's too difficult, I could stab him in the dick. I do have a spear.
You know, regular D&D does have like an action called dodge, where you're just like spending the turn being defensive. I'm looking at the list of actions that you can take in this system, and I don't think there is something like that.
Then let's go full stabby stab. What do I need to roll for stabby stab?
All right. Well, if you want to attack the demon, you've got your spear. You've already closed the distance, so with your minor action, you would go right up from close range into melee range, so you get into stabby range with your spear, and then you're going to make an attack roll. How many dice do you want to roll? You get 2 by default, and then you can spend stuff to get more.
Can I spend a fortune?
All right. So we'll delete your last fortune. That puts you at 3 dice. You've still got 3 momentum. You can also buy another dice with Doom. Doom is my resource, like momentum.
Okay. Can I spend player momentum?
Yeah, it's usually preferred.
Okay, I'll spend 2 of those if I
All
can.
right, you're at 5 dice. So that'll really give you a good chance to hit. Now, you're pretty good at melee. So looking at your character sheet, you've got a melee of 16 with a focus of 4. Now, the demon is going to spend 1 doom to take the parry action. The demon is not very successful at parrying.
What do I need to roll?
5 dice.
The right?
Yeah.
6, 11, 12, 15, 18.
All right, so yes, no. You got 4 successes, you needed 1. Your attack generates 3 momentum. The enemy fails to parry it. All right, so having hit with your spear, you roll... Let's see, the spear's damage dice are 4, and you've got 3 extra dice from your bronze, so you're rolling 7 dice.
Which chest?
The left one, combat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so the way to read combat dice is that's 1 point of damage. Each one of these eagles is 1 point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. You've also got the piercing quality. Let's see here. This enemy has armor. Armor 3. Your piercing 1 ignores one of those. So he reduces your damage by 2. You had done 5, so that actually does 3 damage to the demon. Not enough to wound it, but enough to cause a bit of a flesh wound. Okay, now that attack generated momentum. Now, you could spend any of this momentum to add even more damage. Because you did 3 damage, if you now spend 2 momentum as bonus damage, it'll do 5 damage. And doing 5 damage causes a wound. And wounds are how you kill the enemy. So would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Alright, so delete 2 more momentum. Delete. And I'll add 2 more damage. Okay. And also, now that the demon has a wound, that means whenever he tries to do a physical activity, like attacking, he has a -1 on his target number, which makes it a little bit harder to hit by 5%. Not bad. It wasn't enough to kill him, though. Just enough to wound him.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna move here. That's my minor action.
Moving within the zone you're in probably doesn't even require a minor action.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm gonna move this. Is this a zone or two zones
Hallway is a zone.
until the?
Room is a zone.
Okay, well, great. I'm gonna take a shot with marksman, and I'm gonna use 3 quivers. So that's 3 dice.
I use 1
And I have
doom. I roll an acrobatic
2 quivers.
dodge.
Please shoot me in the head, please.
Oh,
Lizard
no, I
Wizard has
can't.
disconnected.
Yeah, I'm back.
2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's a lot of shit. That is 3 successes.
Hmm. All right.
So
Let's see. What was the difficulty on that? 2? You generate a momentum?
5, 6, 7, 8. Gonna reroll those 2 zeros.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Fuck. Well, that's 8, 10, 12
13,
damage. 2.
Do you have Vicious 1 on your weapon?
No.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, just 12.
To the head.
Ooh. You stab the demon right through the face, right through the head, and he turns to smoke and disappears, as well as his illusion. Poof! And he's gone. It's a good thing you finished him off. 1 turn later, he would have escaped the circle. As soon as
What are
that,
you even thinking?
as soon as that circle was disrupted, he was able to escape.
Are you all okay?
Toasty. Warm.
Man, I got out there at the right moment.
By the way, I get my 3 quivers back because I didn't get any
Complications?
any 20s, any complications.
Nice.
Nice.
It is really nice.
So
Are
the
you all
demon,
right?
the demon turned into ashes.
Yeah. When the demon died, he was banished back to whatever hell he came from. So he just turns to smoke and evaporates.
Is this writing actually here?
Some of it's still left, like about half of it.
Can I make a lower check?
Who destroyed the circle?
Ramiel was enslaved magically and forced to walk on it.
Okay.
The circle's made of like a silvery powder and chalk, so when he walked on it, it destroyed the circle that was
If the
keeping the
demon
demon in.
made him, I won't blame him.
I'm gonna call Filter Harka. So that he can help. So he helps me with this. I need to understand what this is.
Okay.
I'm just really glad that the demon was looking at us with a piercing gaze of anger and hate and not sexual frustration.
I
That would
Are
be a
you?
different story altogether.
Are you now?
Oh, look at that. 2 successes.
Oh, that's great because I'm gonna use the lure momentum that I generated. That's 1 complication, and I believe no successes.
Okay. Well, he's got 2. You've got none. It's not enough to know what kind of writing it is. I'm going to take the complication as 2 points of doom for now.
Okay.
Mysterious writing. Taharka says, I can't read it. I've never seen such a language. Possibly more ancient than I. Or anything I've seen.
Let's keep on moving, shall we?
Whatever mystery cult dwelt in this place, they were dealing with dark forces. What the hell was that? I didn't get a good look at it, but
Demon.
Indish in nature for sure.
maybe I should consider myself lucky I was 2 rooms away around a corner when that happened. Look at this disgusting statue of a bloated fish man. What a horrifying sight.
I'm gonna open this door.
All right.
What is a fishman doing in the mountains, though? Did this used to be the sea outside this door?
No. There is a large lake. The Lake of Samaria. Maybe enough water
But
counts
how-
as an inland sea.
I don't think that's enough. Maybe you can understand the language because it's so ancient that where we were used to be a sea.
So, Isidore, this door opens up into a rectangular room that is open on the left side with a roughly cut stone. So, not smooth walls, rough cut.
So someone break it.
Well, I mean, it was half carved and half left natural stone. This was all a cave at one point. You can see that these
I'll
walls
get
are
this
carved
quickly so
smooth,
I
but
can-
these are not.
I'm gonna make a quick observation check so I can go back to the group quickly.
Mm.
See if there's anything in here. Two successes.
Okay. You look around the room. You spot there are 3 barrels and 3 crates. At the far side of the room, it's an uncut natural cavern with several sparkling stones in the darkness over there.
Can I take one?
Well, you'd have to go over there and investigate.
Hmm.
Alright. It looks like you could mine this wall and maybe you'll get something from it. Like a precious stone or something. If you have a
need some
tool,
strength.
though, you need some sort of tool, like a mining pick.
I don't think I do.
Maybe a bludgeoning weapon, like a, I don't know, like a mace.
I need my companions for this.
Mhm.
Hey,
I only have a sword.
found some treasure.
I don't think I have anything to get that.
Where's the treasure?
Follow me.
Okay, he takes you to a room at the end of a hallway where it's partially carved and partially natural cavern.
Y'all coming?
Sure.
Seems as if some precious stones might be in the wall here if you wish to mine it.
Yeah, I'd like to hit the wall with my spear.
Roll an attack.
I ponder the fish.
The statue of Dagon is a bloated fish man. He's got webbed toes and feet, several fins sticking out from his head and his back. His face is more fish-like than man-like, but his body is roughly the shape of a human.
Which chest do I roll?
The d20s are in the far right chest.
How many? 2?
Normally you'd roll 2 unless you're spending stuff to add.
Unless someone's helping you.
Oh, no good. Well, actually, hang on. Do you have a 16? Yeah, you do have a 16 in melee. I take it back. You get 1 success. While you do strike the wall, you don't break anything loose with that attack. Would you like to try again?
Yeah.
This does run the risk of damaging your weapon if you roll a complication, which you just did. Unfortunately, you've now broken your spear point. You now have a staff instead of a spear.
Hell yeah. Upgrade.
They use a spear point like a knife.
Well, now that
Well, it's probably
now
like a
that-
metal spear point that's just like bent to shit now. You could take it back
Yeah,
to
now
town
that-
and have a blacksmith repair it.
now that I have a blunt weapon, I'd like to try again.
Sure. Soon you're gonna have a nub. It's just gonna be like a club, thin club.
If it doesn't work, I'm gonna stop him.
That is 2 successes. All right, you break a stone loose from the rock.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
Can I suggest using like maybe the edge of my shield to see if I can break it off or something?
2.
There's something shiny in there, and we're gonna get it.
I mean, if you want to help with it.
I would like to. I don't think that I have like anything blunt with that. That's the closest thing.
All right, 1 piece of brown amber breaks loose from the wall onto the floor.
Who wants it?
Don't we all?
And we
Fine.
all, but
That's it. Fuck it.
is there more?
No, you can't have my amber. Close.
It's a wall that can be mined. There is possibly more there, but if you get complications, it does damage your tool, whatever you're using on the wall.
We can come back here later. Some equipment.
It's
gonna
currently a
try-
difficulty 2, but if you extract a lot of material from the wall, the difficulty increases over time. For now, it's a 2.
I'm gonna try it with my shield. Can I try it?
All right, shield bash it. Difficulty 2 melee attack. Do you have
One,
focus? Is that 2 or more successes? What do you got?
Wait, what? For melee, I have 12. 5 focus.
12 and 5 focus. All right, so that's 2 successes. That'll do it. All right, you strike your shield into the wall with all your might, breaking loose another piece of amber.
Alright.
I'm gonna use the same note card and just make that at 2 times. Not the optimal tool for mining, but it worked.
I think
Anyone
the guy with-
else?
Yeah.
The guy with the crossbow should definitely give it a shot.
Absolutely.
It
No.
looks like it looks like a pick. I mean, come on, you might. It's pick like.
I mean, do you want me to hit it again? If I get something, I can get it to you.
No, I mean, like I said, we can come back here with tools to mine it later.
I finished pondering the fish.
All right. It is a statue. It's quite ugly.
It was no orb, so not much to ponder.
Pondering the orb, Jerry. Pondering the orb.
So I guess that's a no for a second hit with the shield.
If you want to, go for it, but we can come back later and don't damage your shield.
I don't really use it.
I'll
Yeah,
go
it's-
for it.
It's there for aesthetic purposes.
Yeah, it's mostly there, but it's a tool that I have, but yeah, I don't really. Alright,
Go for it.
I'm gonna use it again to see if I can get one piece of stuff for somebody.
Mhm.
So 2, hopefully we don't fuck it up. I think I fucked it up.
1 success.
I guess not enough. Alright.
You hit the wall. Some rocks break loose. If you wanted sling stones, you could take them.
don't think anybody here uses a sling.
If you wanted to build a
Don't
little
think so,
wall
no.
or a cairn, you could take them.
I'm fine.
The life of a miner.
Yeah.
Taharka
So-
comments that this is an interesting place. I wonder what they use the stones they mined from this corner for. He's
We might
gonna
find out.
He's gonna come
Other
over
than
here
the
to
fish
these
statue.
crates, and he says, "Alara, come." Alara shambles over. He says, "Fetch me my crowbar." Alara digs in his backpack, produces a crowbar. Taharka says, "Good, good," and he starts prying the side of this box open, revealing what's inside.
Pickaxes.
That'll be funny.
Hopefully an extra spear.
He says, an artifact. An ugly thing, but maybe it'll have some value somewhere to someone."
What
Is it a
artifact?
fish?
He tells Alarsa to pull out a sack and to fit the statue into the sack and carry it.
Just
Alara
like
says,
a fish
"I
statue.
am sworn to carry your burdens."
Slavery.
Lydia? What?
I knew somebody would get the reference.
Well, that's it's going.
Is there anything in these barrels?
Okay.
Smash them.
You see barrels. They are sealed up tight. There's some sort of like waxy substance that they use as a sealant. If you had a prying tool, maybe a dagger or a crowbar, you could pry the
I
lid
use
open.
my dagger.
All right. Using your dagger, you stab into the edge, and with prying motion, you're able to pop the top. Inside the barrel is revealed a large quantity of salted fish.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Don't really have anything I can store that in, though.
The barrel is quite heavy, and it's
Yes.
unwieldy, but you might just want to take a few rations worth of salted fish and add it to your sheet rather than the whole barrel.
Yeah. How much rations are in the barrel?
I mean, as long as you don't go crazy, probably as much as you want.
So, like,
It's like a
could
100-pound barrel
say-
of preserved fish.
you could say, like, I could get, like 5 rations out of it.
Yeah, they're probably like about 2 pounds each, so you take 10 pounds of food from the fish barrel. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, 5 fishy rations.
Food in the barrels.
Add it to your sheet.
Anybody who wants some fish, it's in the barrels.
I will definitely take some fish.
So
Me
long,
too.
and thanks for all the fish.
Was a good thing to come up here.
Taharka grabs one and chews on it. Says, not the best I've had. Bit old. Seems to have been preserved well.
Probably
Food is
takes
food?
a demon.
I wonder who built this place. Obviously, these fish aren't more than a year old. Somebody must have been here in the past few months. We have yet to encounter anyone, though.
Probably gonna be pissed that we fucked up with their demon.
Maybe.
Either that or they'll be happy. I care not.
At the top of the stairs is an ornate chamber with the large statue of Dagon. Behind Dagon, there are 2 flights of stairs going up to another level higher above. To your left and to your right, there are large columns. And in between the columns, on the left side is a door like ones you've seen before, but on the right side is a small staircase that descends into the darkness below.
I here see darkness. What do I see?
Bringing your torch over to the staircase reveals that at the bottom of the staircase is a pool of water.
Hmm. I test to see how deep the pool of water is.
Looking into the water, it looks as if it's quite deep, but the water is very clear, and it looks like there might be something down at the bottom. But it would require swimming all the way down and holding your breath.
Hmm. I will hand Isidore the torch and go down.
You know, I think it might be a better idea if you just put some uh rope around yourself or around myself so that we can pull each other out if needed.
Do you have rope?
I'm sure some of us must have.
Taharka had one, but it's currently hanging off the ledge outside, so you can get back down.
I do not have rope.
Do I have rope?
Who needs
I don't
rope?
think I do.
Do you
We
have
do.
rope?
No.
Taharka comments, I recall there was a bed sheet in that room. We could fashion a rope,
Ah, yes.
tear it into strips. Might be strong enough to hold a man.
At least to pull one out of water. Shall we do that then?
Sure.
All right. Some time passes. You gather the bed sheets. You cut them into strips. You begin tying each end to end until you have at least, I don't know, 30 feet of sort of MacGyvered up rope. It doesn't look incredibly strong, but you cut it sort of in a way where it has a decent amount of strength.
It just needs to pull me through water. It does not need to pull me unsuspended like in air.
I'm going to call this a crafting test. Who's good at crafting?
I have an 11.
Craft is
Alright.
intelligence based. Whoever's making the rope, I'm going to set the difficulty at 1. And if you generate momentum, you can spend the momentum to make the rope sturdier.
I got a 9.
I got an 11.
Yeah, Isidore, go for it.
No, God.
Isidore, rolling to craft.
That's, I believe, one success only.
Okay. If
Yeah.
you've still got momentum in your pot, would you like to spend a momentum to make the rope sturdier?
How much momentum do we have?
3.
We can use one.
Okay. That'll improve things if you have complications. Alright, so I guess you tie the rope around your waist. Somebody's holding it. Who's holding it? Who's going in?
I'm going in.
What do we use for swimming? No, I'm
Uh,
not
swim
letting you go in.
athletics.
Swimming is an
heavy armor.
athletics test.
I have a 16 in athletics and a 3 for my.
Alright, I'm gonna
You know
say
Strip naked and cannonball.
okay,
That's a good
so
point. I should do that.
swimming would probably be a difficulty 1 if you have skill at swimming. So, Modris.
Mm-hmm.
Modris of Gunderland. There are many rivers in Gunderland, so you could have swam in rivers as a child and learned swimming. So I'll say your difficulty is a 1. However, do you go in the water with equipment on?
No, I will take off my armor.
Okay, that would have
Yeah,
raised the
equipment.
difficulty if you went in with clothing on. If you take off your boots and your armor and the heavy weights and things and put them aside,
Yeah.
base difficulty 1.
Ugh. and in I go.
Now you're actually going to have to make 2 different rolls. One of them is your swimming check to see if you can
That
swim all the way
is-
to the bottom.
3 success.
Okay, that'll actually generate a momentum. You can
Was
spend
it
that
not a-
momentum to speed yourself up, to do it in half the time. Do you want to do that? That'll help with the holding the breath check.
Yes.
Okay, so you spend that momentum you just generated to do everything at double speed, which means you're not going to have as hard a time holding your breath for that duration. So then the holding the breath check is only going to be a D1 as well, and that is a brawn resistance test.
Ooh. Almost.
So you failed. Ooh, all right. You were swimming back to the surface, and you couldn't hold your breath any longer, and some of the water is going to go into your lungs, maybe. So I'm going to roll 3 combat dice, and that's going to do, let's see, 3 points of fatigue damage. Now, fatigue damage cannot be recovered. Not in the usual ways.
I must
general?
sleep it off, yes.
-3 fatigue on Modrus. Yeah, you can sleep that off. It's like your maximum vigor has been reduced because you breathed a bunch of water. But yeah, if you take a long rest and recover, you can get rid of that. However, it also hits you with the stunned effect on that effect that I rolled. So as you're swimming up, you take a lungful of water and you stop swimming. And so Isidore up there, he sees you are swimming back up after swimming down and retrieving whatever was at the bottom. And he's gone limp. But you have the rope tied to his waist. So make an athletics test to use the rope to pull him up.
Help.
Isidore.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, help. I'm
I
gonna
believe
use
he is
my
saying
last
help.
fortune.
Dude, I'm right over here.
He is saying help.
Well, that's 2 successes.
Okay.
Oh, God.
So you pull Modrus up. His body's kind of limp. You're going to have to give him CPR. I don't know if they know that in 12,000 BC.
They'd probably just slap your back.
He gives you
I'd probably just-
a manly slap on the back, causing the water to erupt from your lungs.
I'm gonna pound his chest like just one big hit.
That'll do it.
You'll be fine.
We'll do nothing and observe him laying on the ground and say the gods must have chosen this time.
Well, we did know that it was a deep.
Did you get anything?
I apparently did.
Nice.
When you swim to the very bottom of the deep well, at the bottom, what you saw was a wooden chest. Not a very big one, just a little one, maybe a foot wide, foot tall, just like a little rectangular chest. It's got a symbol on it, the same symbol of Dagon fish that you've seen in other places around in the temple here. And the front of it has a very ornate locking mechanism that's also shaped like a fish. So in order to open this chest, you're either going to have to like smash it open or pick the lock or find a key.
Tarak.
We know the man who can pick locks.
How heavy is the chest in the water?
Like I said, it's not very big. It only weighs a
Where-
couple of pounds.
Where
Yeah.
Taharkat?
All right. Taharko approaches. You hand him the chest. He looks at it. Tries to pick the lock. He gets 1, 2, 3 successes. He tries to pick the lock, and he fails. And he says,
Ooh.
"Oh, this lock is extremely complex. It's got 5 tumblers. I don't know if I'll be able to do this."
So basically, what you're saying is,
Smashbox.
we smash it.
If you smash it, you might damage whatever's in it. Perhaps we
that's a
should
good
look
point.
around for a key. Surely if they made the chest here, they would have the key for it somewhere, wouldn't they?
Yes.
You said this chest is extremely ornate.
No. It's a wooden chest that has a painted depiction of the Dagon fish on the lid of it.
I asked the Harka if maybe the chest could be of value too, right?
Certainly. You could probably sell a chest like that for a gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Good money.
You convinced me. I will not smash it.
No smash chest is valuable. Good.
Maybe I'm gonna go back to the room.
I will put them on my equipment now.
No, you're gonna put it in the treasure vault with everything else because that's the
No.
rule we have set for this.
And then we'll sell all of your equipment. And then we'll give
You
you a
sell my
share and you can
things.
buy new equipment.
Yes. I'm gonna look in the room if I see if I find a key.
Sure. Give me your best observation test.
And that is not going to happen. That's a 1 success.
Yeah,
Oh,
after
what?
searching thoroughly, you don't really see anything of interest, and especially not a key.
I spot nothing. Let's move on.
What about this
Hmm.
place?
I
Huh.
think key might be up here. Over here.
Wait, maybe this one?
The party splits up.
As always.
Well,
That's a nice split up. I got trapped in a pool room.
Taharka and Alara are here. So, at the top of the stairs, you see there are several prayer rugs laid out around the room in various spots in this big room.
That doesn't look like a prayer rug to me.
I know, right? All right. You haven't gotten that far, though. You have to get closer before your torch will reveal the difference. So while they're going up and exploring that rather large room, that's going to take a few minutes. You guys are over here, and you see a rather regular wooden door, like you've seen several before. So, Ramiel, Isidore,
Yes.
what do you do?
Open it.
All right.
Yeah.
You walk right up and you push the door open. Unfortunately, the door was trapped.
Oh no.
This is what happens when you don't look for traps.
When you step through into the other side of the door, there was actually a blade trap in this wall here, and it comes shooting out. All right. So you hear the mechanical sound just as you step through the doorway, and it gives you only a moment to react. So you need to roll an acrobatics, and I'm going to roll to hit with the blade trap. I'm
Okay.
going to generate, well, I'm not generate. I'm going to use 1 doom so that I roll 3 on the attack.
Well, I'm gonna use my own fortune, so fuck you.
All right, so, bop, bop, bop.
I feel deja vu. I don't know why.
The blade buzzes out.
Hey.
We've got
Well, that's 2
3.
successes. This game hates me.
All right, so the difficulty for me to hit you was 1, and I got 3 successes, which is 2 momentum. And you have acrobatics to jump out of the way with 2 successes?
Yeah.
Let's see. It was like sudden, and you hadn't looked for a trap ahead of time, so I'm going to say your difficulty was actually a 2. It does hit you. The blade cuts you down your right side. But it only does 2 points of damage. It nicked
Aha,
you.
it does not done damage. Is it like the torso?
Wait, wrong dice. I'll roll it. It hits you in the torso, yeah.
Well, fuck. That is 1 damage.
All right. So you can see that there's actually a little pressure plate directly in front of the door here. So if you jump over it, the buzzsaw will not come out of the wall.
This is why I always look for traps. This tends to happen to me specifically.
Yeah, but at the same time, if they decided to trap this door, that kind of means that we're getting to something, right?
Sure.
Alright, well, if possible, I try to do the thing. If not, I already failed my jump, so...
No, it's a difficulty 0 to hop over a stone tile. It's not that hard. You don't even really have to roll for it.
Alright.
All right. Another door stands before you, similar to the last.
Do you want me to go first this time, or do you
No,
want to
just
check
let
the
me
trap?
check for traps.
Alright.
Let's go. That's 1 success. Hell yes.
You look over the door carefully. You spot no traps.
Go first.
On the other side.
Go first.
Unfortunately, there was a trap. Another buzzsaw comes out of the wall. Bzzz.
I knew it.
I think I already rolled and I failed. I only got 1 success, so I can take it.
The buzzsaw has got 1 success. It was difficulty 1 to hit you. You had 1 success to avoid it. Player wins ties. Or no, wait. You would need a momentum. Yeah, you needed 1 more. 1 more would have done it. Okay, well, if it hits, it hits. I need 1 more. That's 2. 2. And it's gonna slice your torso. Do you have armor on your torso?
Yes.
Is it 2 or better?
I believe that it was 2, but I could be wrong because I haven't really been checking this shit.
You got the brigandine armor on? Alright, so the buzzsaw comes out of the wall and, like, slices the brigandine armor across your back. So you just barely miss it. So you step past the blade and it retracts back into the wall.
Oh, it's at level 3. Yeah.
Good thing you had that armor on. Saved your skin. Alright, so you've entered into a large room. The floor in front of you is cracked and looks natural off to your right. It looks carved to your left. And in this room, there's a thing.
Told you I didn't trust these things. There's nothing.
I think we're giving it time to get the thing. If not, that was... If that was it, then I guess I'll examine the thing.
Nah, hang on a second. I'm spawning something.
Yeah.
If I can find it.
Ooh.
Okay. You enter into a room. Way down at the end of the room, it slopes. It slopes from the high point here down to a low point way down here. And there's actually water filling the chamber down at the end. And it fills the chamber up to a point right here. Like that. And it's shallow at one end, but it's deeper when you get past that point. And what happens is way down at the end in the water, something is moving in the water, and a couple of tentacles are going to rise up out of the water to either side here, one off to the left and one off to the right. And they're just going to wiggle around in the air. Some bubbles are going to come up out of the water.
Do you want to deal with that,
I mean,
or should we call the others?
Hey, you guys all right over there?
I guess you could probably call them while I don't know, go and swing my sword against them.
You know, I kinda don't trust this either.
I can go first. Don't worry about it.
I think we can leave for now. We know that this place is trapped.
He just nopes the fuck out of there.
Nope.
Like me with the demon. Just not gonna deal with it.
All right. I look at the thing, and I just kind of like make a signal. Be right back. Um, follow Isabel.
And please, when you guys do that, make sure you say that you're going to hop over the traps so that you don't trigger them again.
Oh yeah, no, that is.
If you don't
yeah,
say it,
sure.
if you don't say it, technically I, as the DM, can have you get hit by the trap again. I'm not going to be mean like that, but, like, please say I avoid the traps.
Yeah,
we-
sure.
Well, you already put the kind of need like a better color. 'Cause gray doesn't really.
Doesn't show up well?
You
All right. All right, so rejoining the party, you guys were exploring this large room with the prayer mats. Al'ara and Taharka are with you. Taharka is going to recognize that there's actually a secret trap door hidden underneath this mat.
Mm. Who would have known?
Not me.
No, but I am not that observant.
What's the trapdoor made of?
The trapdoor is like just like the other tiles here. It's like a stone tile, but the corner of it has a crack, and you can actually pull that corner of the tile up, and there's like a little alcove hidden underneath it, and all of that is underneath the prayer rug. So you have to lift up the prayer rug, see that there's a crack tile, inspect the crack tile, pull up the piece, and then find the little hole. And within the hole, imagine what you find. It's a key.
The key.
A key.
Open it.
All right, you
A
open the
key.
chest. Inside the chest, you find a ring with a Dagon fish symbol on it.
Hmm.
That is all.
A what?
What kind of metal is the ring?
It looks like it's probably made out of gold.
Ah, we could just solve for the material.
That is valid. We are walking around with an injured man.
Well, injured.
You know, I could do a medical check on him.
He's almost lost a nipple.
If you have injuries like this and you're not in an immediate danger, you can say, "Can we take a little breather and heal
I
up?"
could do a healing check on him.
Yeah, you can do healing checks, but I mean, if you just want to take a moment to heal, you can fill up your gauges.
I mean, I have a decent healing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell them about the tentacles in the other room.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about that.
It's kind of like the short rest rules in 5e. If you're not in danger and you can rest, you can just fill up your gauges.
I would need the essence of a long rest for mine, though, right?
To recover from
Fatigue.
the fatigue. Yeah, that doesn't come off until after you actually rest,
Yeah, I
Like-
seem so.
like a night's sleep rest, as opposed to just catching your breath.
Just like exhaustion. Try to escape it, but it always comes back.
You're a little fatigued because you breathed in a whole bunch of water today.
Yeah.
It'll go away tomorrow. I mean, somebody could actually roll a medical check to fix that, I think.
I mean, I could roll a medical check to fix that.
Yeah.
I will assist. Even though I don't have any.
All right. You've got 3 fatigue, so I'm going to say it's a difficulty 3 to remove it.
Damn. Only one.
Only one? All right.
That's a no-no.
I'm assuming I can't get rid of 1 fatigue with that.
No. Nah, it's sort of an all or nothing fix.
Yeah, assume so. Oh.
So that's
So-
pretty much it for this dungeon. You have a mysterious ring, and you've got a monster that you could fight if you want to, but you don't have to. I think it's more of a pet to the cult here.
Yeah.
That's your call if you want to fight it for whatever treasure it might have underneath it.
We already fucked up with their demon. It seems that we already took some of their shit.
I mean, it's a demon. Getting rid of them is not that big a deal.
No, I mean, like, if we're already gonna be fucking up with this cult, we'll probably destroy their pet too.
Did it attack first?
Yeah,
It's not attack now.
I mean,
It wasn't close enough to attack. It's an aquatic creature. It couldn't get to you.
do you count wiggling at you as an attack?
I think
Do you
that's more
count
enticing
the-
than attacking, but
Do you count the impossibility of attacking as an attack?
no.
Then it doesn't attack. So far.
come on. You guys can pepper it with arrows from the back. No?
That
Alright.
is.
I feel that there is no need to mess with it.
Yeah, I vote we sell our spoils.
All right.
Well,
To town, says Taharka. What a splendid adventure. I haven't had so much fun in at least a fortnight. All right. Everyone leaves, climbs down the rope. Al-Ara recovers his rope, packs it back into his pack.
Wop, wop, wop.
Yep. Thank you.
Okay, I'll put that over here, put these over here.
We found treasure. Yay.
Don't forget Squiddy Boy. Good old Squidward.
Yeah, I got amber and a salted fish, or a bunch of salted fish for food. So can't.
Did everybody add rations to their stuff?
oh, fish, yeah.
You get 5 rations.
If you'd like to, you can just convert your, what was it, like 4 gold worth of gems?
Yeah. Who gets the money?
There's 4 of you. If you split it, that's 1 gold each.
I'm good with that.
Sure.
So, you now have 2 gold, plus whatever you had before Jurassic. Let's see, your sheet says 8 and 4, so that puts you at 10 gold right now. Alright, so this is how much gold you have, and the upkeep is how much gold you have to spend when you guys go to town. If you spend time carousing and hanging out in town for a week. So that 4 gold covers food, drink, staying at the inn, and possibly, like, resupplying basic gear. Things like arrows.
Oh, maybe
I
we can
haven't-
go to
Oh,
black-
the amber? I was saying that would be sold immediately, and you would have gotten the gold coin instead.
yeah.
Is there anything you want to buy in town, like a rope or something?
Yes.
Rope and
Rope is good to
probably
have.
lamb.
I'm gonna buy rope and rations.
Let's see. I'm looking at the equipment list that's in the book. Let's see. Where is it? Climbing kit.
I assume.
Climbing gear. It costs 4 gold.
Oh my god.
Kind of expensive, but it's useful.
What
Yeah.
about the thing for extracting more?
No, you want a mining pick. Let's see here. Crafting toolkit costs 8 gold.
Ooh.
You probably don't need all that, though. You just need a mining pick. That might be a weapon.
Like a war pick.
Weapon.
Probably be your closest thing.
No, there it is. Pickaxe. Pickaxe costs 4 gold.
I can probably buy one of that, and somebody else can buy the rope. Cause
Oh no, I have the climbing gear.
oh, you do?
Yeah.
All right.
Alright,
So who's spending 4 gold on a pickaxe?
I am.
All right. Add it to your sheet.
Hmm.
All right. And we're approaching midnight, so that'll wrap up this game. Thanks for playing. It's been a lot of fun.
Yay.
Jurassic's first game. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we're going to have Ian here, maybe even
Yeah.
Notarog. We'd have a full group. Possibly.
Hopefully next week I'll be a little more read up.
So, Jurassic, if you send an email to Ian, he'll give you access to his Google Drive where he's got all the books, and then if you've got free time, you can read all the actual nitty-gritty of the rules and the setting and the lore and all that.
Good to know.
All right, I've got this. I'm going to save it. Is everybody good on your character sheets? Ready for me to save it?
Do we
Yeah.
get the experience of the...
Yeah, that's right. Before I close the table, everybody, you get 350 experience points.
Can we reset it? I kind of fucked up because when you do typing, it does the select all for some reason.
Yeah.
Where am I supposed to put these points? Am I supposed to put them somewhere? Oh,
You just type it on your character sheet somewhere.
There's a spot for it, but they didn't bother to put a field there, so stupidly you cannot actually type a number. But yeah, you can just put it in your equipment. 350 experience points as an item.
400.
All right, I reloaded it. Did it fix your problem?
Yes.
All right, cool.
I have 400 and we're going to a town. I'm going to spend 200 of that to get.
Well, hold on.
These-
So you can't level up and spend experience points unless you have agreed as a group that you're taking downtime, because it can't be like a quick thing. It's got to be an extensive period of rest that you take when you do that, and it has a upkeep cost as well.
We do need to finish the mission.
Yeah. After the mission, then.
All right.
Yep.
So, what do I need for those?
all right. Did you save it? I was gonna back up.
Not yet. We did the rewind, so I didn't save it.
Okay.
What was it? I was just going for need.
Oh, I'm good.